was watching. I can't remember. I think it was Oliver's video, and he was talking about like police officers doing certain things, right?
Mhm.
And people are so quick to vilify law enforcement officers and people in positions of power,
Mhm.
and they always leave out the human factor in things, right? Not realizing that I don't care if you have a gun and a badge or whatever you do in your life, you're still a human being. You're subject to making mistakes,
Right.
right? So, as what Brian had talked about, sometimes your interaction can change the demographics of a conversation, right?
True.
Based on your attitude, based on the person who you interact with, their attitude as well, right?
Right. Yep.
So you might come across a police officer that him have problems in his life. He's got his family not right, things that now going right. And that morning he walked out the house and was like, "Look, everybody today I get a ticket. Anybody who me running today, I get a speeding ticket, right?" And
Mhm.
he expects that every person went because every person when him come across, him say him basically make up his mind, say, all right, any person will come across will give me a hard time, I get that ticket.
Right.
And that one person that he came across that says, "Hey officer, how are you doing today?" And
Change.
change his whole perspective.
Mhm.
And basically that one person probably changed the perspective for everybody else that he encountered that day until he
For the rest of
encountered
the day.
somebody that basically
True.
pissed him off, or bring him back to that state that he started with that morning. you know and that's just people in general, right? When we talk about respect, it's like that's just people in general. It's like, why make a situation worse than it is just because you're having a bad day, right?
True.
Like you're spreading hate and destruction when you don't have to, because you're having a bad. It's a misery loves company, right?
Mhm.
So it's
That's
like
true.
when people are having a bad day, they want everybody else to feel as bad as they do.
Or they're only happy when they make other people feel
Yeah,
bad.
exactly. They make other
Mhm.
people miserable, like you said,
Yep.
misery loves company. So it's like,
Wake up on the wrong side of the bed all
yeah,
day, every day.
you know. So I feel like that's part of the problem when it comes to respect and disrespect, because people want to be, if they're miserable and they want somebody else to have a just as bad of a day as they're having, you
Yeah.
know,
It
rather
takes so
than,
much out of them though.
oh yeah,
Like you said, if the one thing like the person could say to change your day to make everything just level out,
mm-hmm,
like some people just walk with that negative energy all day, and
all day,
it's more stressful that you're bringing onto yourself.
mm-hmm,
Hmm.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and you cause, and again, sometimes you don't mean to be disrespectful, right? You're just in that moment, right? You're
Right.
just you're in a bad, and again, everybody handles stress in different ways, right?
Mhm.
I'm eating chips, Sister Simon asked what I'm eating. I'm eating chips. um, but yeah, everybody handles stress in different ways, right? I think we all can go through the same situation, and we all handle our stress in different ways, right? Now we talked about that in one of my previous lives about just dealing with stress. You know, everybody want to know what me I eat. Me I eat chips. I'm eating chips, Lay's classic potato chips.
No ribs, no mac and cheese.
No, that was yesterday. Look. I got some leftovers. Yeah, trust me, we got leftovers.
Mm-mm.
If you come to my live, you better have popcorn because I'm getting people addicted to popcorn.
look,
Mhm.
look, I had popcorn's going to take too much time to make. I got a popcorn machine, but
Oh,
Mhm.
I have a microwave, man. I just throw it in there for about a little bit less than 3 minutes. It's ready. Shake it and put in a bowl.
trust me, I'm all about comfort. I got so much Lynn can tell you, I love my gadgets.
Oh, I have an
I'm
air
not.
popper too.
Look, we live in 2025. Like, people can go out and cook in the bush and all that. I'm like, why?
You
right?
know, I don't like Lay's
Yes,
though. They're so salty.
they have one
Huh?
that's 50% less salt or low sodium.
Look,
They do? Ah,
Yes,
look,
yes,
nice.
Dari.
yeah,
I know
slightly.
you are the juice. I know you're the juice boss, but the body needs salt. The body needs salt.
Yes,
Oh,
Bruce.
Yeah.
Tequila and popcorn.
there you go.
Um, but they do have that's my life. Tequila, popcorn, and a beer.
It's going
Uh,
Um,
popcorn.
but if you go to Lay's, they have like a 50% low sodium one.
mm.
So, and I watch
but
my salt too,
but
and
here's
it's
my
not
thing.
it's really good.
Why eat it if it's not gonna be the original? You know
It still
Listen.
it still tastes like it. There's just less salt. I'm
why?
not saying there's no salt. There's just less salt.
It's like eating curry goat without the curry. Why eat it?
But if you want to watch your blood pressure so you can have more tomorrow, you'll have the less salt.
Hey, Winstone, it's like eating peanut butter. I can't have peanut butter and they have a substitute butter thingy. I won't try that. I want
Are
to
you
eat peanut butter.
are you allergic to peanuts? Oh, so you shouldn't
That's
eat
a bummer.
All
nothing that
nuts.
says peanut.
All nuts.
Okay. All not.
Ah, no cashews, no pistachios, no almonds,
I
all
don't believe
nuts.
that,
Oh,
Dory. I
wait a
don't
minute.
believe.
My brain just went in the wrong place.
I
I better
don't
take
believe
that
that.
back.
I don't believe that, Dory. Do you have a child?
Look at it.
Zip.
Do you have a child, Dory?
No.
You don't have a child?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was going to say you're not allergic to all nuts.
Shush. Shush.
It could be a crazy. Her husband or her partner could be crazy. He's silly. You know, he's a nut. We're not talking about the other one now. Look at Moose.
Yes.
Moose is like, wow.
Now I'm hot.
Look, this is what happens when as the bar gets later and later. This is
Mm-hmm.
what happens.
Here, you want my fan?
The rum starts to kick in, and then yeah. This is usually later on in the life, guys.
Ah,
But here's my thing with that, Dory. Right?
mm.
It's like I talk about food. Like when people say veggie burger, like there's no such thing. Like
Ah,
if you don't eat burger, then why you want
I, I
food
make up.
that tastes like meat or look like meat if you don't eat meat,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm. I get
Again,
you.
to each his own. But we kind of live in a society where we're just kind of we're playing this game of, well, and like you said, I think you said it earlier where we were saying like we try to force our beliefs on other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like to me, I love my pork, right? And I'm not gonna let anybody influence me to
To
eat
stop.
something. Yeah, to stop
Yeah.
eating what I like because it's what I like, and I feel
Right.
like we should give everybody the opportunity to like what they
You
like,
like,
right?
yeah.
Unfortunately,
Mm-hmm.
That's
my kids will not cook my ribs that I have in the freezer because they don't want to eat pork no more. And I can't go in the kitchen to cook it myself because me and my walker don't fit in there together. So I'm like, don't tell me no pork.
well, more ribs for you, you know.
Right, but they have to cook it. I can't cook it.
Ah. But that's the thing. It's like we get so caught up in society. We live in a society now, and again, this all goes back to the main topic about respect because
Mm-hmm.
we don't respect each other enough to respect each other's cultures and beliefs, right? Where we're trying to force people to believe what we believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rather than understanding why they believe
What they believe, yeah.
what they believe, right? Because we're like, oh well, you know. And again, I keep one of my philosophies is I don't care if you're identical twins, we're all different by
Different.
DNA,
Yeah.
right? And even identical twins are still different by DNA.
Yeah.
So what's good for the goose is not always good for the gander.
Yeah.
So why
Mm-hmm.
why tell people that, well, you shouldn't? And again, it goes back to what I was saying about when I look at a lot of these YouTube channels that I subscribe to, and I always go in the comments and look at what people are saying,
Right.
and everybody always has an opinion, you know. And excuse my language, they always say everybody opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, and it's full of shit, you know.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But at the end of the day, you have to let people live their life, right?
Right.
Everybody has the again.
And
There are some
you can't shut them out. You got to listen
you have
and
to
see
listen
what
and
they're talking
understand.
about before you can
Yes,
cast any judgment and
right.
saying, because if you don't know, then you're gonna just be in the don't know, and then it's not gonna go anywhere from there because you're just stuck in your way of
Uh,
how you're
which
thinking.
is which is which is why I always say you allow people to be themselves,
mm-hmm.
because you once you try to stop a person from being themselves
Go.
to satisfy you, then you are going to be disappointed. You are going to find something wrong with this person. But
Right.
when
Mm-hmm.
you allow them to be themselves, they are themselves and they behave however they behave
Mhm.
naturally. Now it's
Mm-hmm.
on you to know if you want to be around this person in their
Right.
natural state, right?
Yep.
So you allow
Ye-
people to be themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
And why be around that person that you don't agree with from a mental perspective, from a personal perspective? Like why would you associate yourself with somebody that you don't agree with?
Because because agreement does not foster growth, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you disagree with somebody, you have conversations as to why you disagree. You see their point, they see your point, and you
Mm-hmm.
can basically grow from there. If you just have conversations with the people you agree with, you
Mhm.
are going to
You'll
be
never
stuck in
grow.
the same
Yeah.
place.
100%. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Facts.
So you need that yeah, that
yeah,
I mean
man,
that
you
makes
need people
sense.
to disagree with you, even if you know they're wrong. You still hear their point, and you say, "All right, you know, say
And
wrong,
that's
but
it.
you hear what I say."
And that's
True.
it. And you know, it's about understanding because I can tell you this. When right in the middle of COVID, when COVID just started, I was still in the military and actually I got deployed to Kuwait during that time. And this was right during the George Floyd riots that was going on, right? So they wanted to have a panel of people that were in the military and were in law enforcement, just to kind of get a sense of you know a question session where people would
Done.
try to figure out what was going on. So anyway, I remember this young kid, one of my troops. He was, he stood up and he said, I agree with rioting, because this was a time of a lot of rioting going on, right? And he said, I agree with rioting. And I said, well, why do you agree with rioting? And him say, well, people don't really pay attention until you affect them financially. And I was like, you know what?
If
I
that
don't
makes sense.
I don't agree with the rioting, but I understand where you're coming from. I
Yeah,
understand why you think the way you think. And I realized at the end of the day, it's about understanding, right? I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to agree with your point.
exactly.
I just need to understand why you think the way you think and
Right.
why you feel the way you feel, because that is how you were raised. That is your philosophy on life. So I don't have to convince you to
Right.
agree with me, and you don't have to convince me to agree with you. We just have to understand why we think differently and why we
Yeah.
agree.
You go bex with
I would say
me,
agree
or
to
you not go
disagree.
talk to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, and
If
after
you
that, that's
hold, go ahead.
go ahead, Brian.
If you hold that everybody is different,
Mm-hmm.
then you have to take that with you everywhere, because not everybody is going to agree with it. Not
Right.
everybody's going to say, "All right, I hear what you say," but no, or enough people will just shoot him down. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, you have to make this person or make people in general
Mm-hmm.
be what they are. Because if you try to turn a dog into a cat, you are going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
So you have to
That's
load it down, let the dog be himself.
yes. 100%.
Yeah, man.
100%. You couldn't put it no better way. You can't turn a dog into a cat because their mentality is different,
Yep.
you know. But at the end of the day, it's about respecting each other's opinions. You're respecting, again, it's, you have to be open minded, and I find a lot of people these days are not open minded. You know, it's almost like it's one of the reasons why you don't even discuss politics because our religion, because people are set in their ways and they're not
Mm-hmm.
open minded
Yeah,
to
these are
hearing
my
the
two
other side
worst
of the
topics.
conversation.
Too hot
Yeah.
topic.
Two worst
Hmm.
topics. I don't talk.
Mm.
It depends.
Mm.
If I find people who are open minded, I will talk to them about politics and religion.
Yeah.
But
Right. Yes.
you have
Yes.
you have certain
Yes.
people, certain religions who, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, they are going to hold on to what they believe. All when you
Yes.
point it out that what they believe is not right or not true,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
you believe what you believe and you hold on to that. So
Yes. I have seen that a lot.
and my sorry, my goal in conversations, is not to stop a person from believing what they believe.
Hmm.
It's to give you a different perspective.
Perspective. Yes. It's funny you say that. I can see that's exactly what Box Food said. Welcome in Box Food and see the bumper. Look, he said we have to
Oh,
try to see things from from
yeah,
See the
from someone
bumper.
from other people's perspectives, right?
yeah.
And the
And
only
that's
way.
how we grow. That's how we grow. So respect is one thing, but showing respect is allowing somebody to have their opinion. And you
Yes.
look at their opinion and say, yo, say maybe, if maybe it could have got a little bit. Because
Hmm.
if you think about if you think about scientific evolution, that's how it works. You think that something might work and you try it out and it work and you try it out and it don't work and you do something
Mm.
else. We have
Right.
to deal with people the same way. You link this person and this person don't. He is
All right,
off.
Des. I know you got to go. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for having a great conversation with us. We
Hey, I love hanging out
appreciate
with you
you.
guys. You guys are the bomb.
Mhm.
Hey,
You
if you
all,
guys haven't,
please stay safe the rest of your weekend. All right.
you too. If you guys haven't subscribed to Des, go over to her channel, check her out. She's
So
got an
there's.
awesome
Yeah, you
live
need to look
on
at that.
on
Take
That's it.
Fridays.
care.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Bye, Des. See you
Bye.
later.
See you later.
Think I'm gonna be next in like
Uh,
10 minutes.
Yep.
well, you know the late night people. We are 2 hours
No,
in, and we're at.
I don't have
So
nothing else. I don't have no friends. So
what? So Winston, how late you gonna be on tonight?
It just depends on how the conversation goes. I've been trying to keep it to about 2.5 hours. We've
Mm-hmm.
been some nights we've gone to like 4 hours, but it just depends on who comes up to the bar.
Right.
'Cause you know the late night people and them always show up late and
Yeah.
you tell them 6 o'clock. Them I call you 10 o'clock. I say, yo, me dep on my way now. I say, bridge, me gone on my bed, man.
that's all like Jerry. Jerry said him up in the hills and roast breadfruit and things. So but he might not see.
And you know Jerry
Yeah.
I drink. Jerry I drink rum. Jerry at the late night rum it will show up
You see what I'm saying?
when the bar get ready for close, and I tell you, say, no man, not close the
In just
bar
a
yet.
show up.
You just have
Yeah,
show
man.
up.
2 o'clock, Jerry, 2 o'clock when the bar closed, Jerry asks you where else we can go.
in one side of the door.
That's right, Sadie.
Sadie, welcome in. You can't step up to the bar,
Step up,
Sadie.
Sadie.
Yeah, step up to the bar, man. Join the conversation. You
Click
know, we
that
still
link.
we still I said we sometimes we go sideways with the conversation, but it always comes back to the topic at hand, which is respect, right? And eh?
Yes, sir.
It's again sometimes we go left field, far left field, sometimes we go far
We
right
are
field.
out. We
Yeah,
are out.
but that's
Is
the
that
best thing.
I saw bar thing going on. Bar thing not stay
I
for
saw
one topic.
exactly,
Hmm.
exactly. I saw bar, it's a bar just I,
Especially
I, I
if you have two real junk man in there.
saying.
Yeah,
And guess what?
boy.
You when them two junk man they start reason.
Yeah,
I
man.
would I would match at arms house. Everybody I shake them in and I agree with
Yeah,
them.
man.
And I enjoy.
Everybody stop what them are doing a little, man.
Entertainment.
Yeah, man. When
Mhm.
people I know say, yo, them man they not talking no sense, Them
Whereas the pass on domino playing
eh?
in a
Wow.
problem.
Yo, no make no domino a play, man. Domino a play, yeah, make it even worse.
Yeah,
Mm.
man.
I saw you see people real talents come out. Yeah,
Mhm.
man. If you seriously, if you never really go on true rum bar, like we have this concept right there, so of a tiki bar. But if you go on one bar, and again when you travel over the world and you meet people from different places, it's so amazing that when you go to a bar, people can connect, right? Regardless of them culture, regardless of the country where them come from, regardless of what them beliefs are. It's like it's so crazy to I tell people otherwise. Say if you don't go outside of your comfort zone and you don't go outside of your bubble, you don't see the world for what it really is.
It is.
There are so many people that live inside a bubble that have never even within their communities, right? If you grew up in a community and you have never left that community, that is your world. You don't know
Yeah.
nothing beyond
Nothing
that world,
else.
you
Yeah,
know,
man. Yeah.
and
Mm.
you're going to believe everything that you've seen within that bubble that you live in until you go outside that bubble and you realize the world is such a bigger place than what it is. You know, you to me, I almost feel like you're kind of wasting your life because
True.
you have to really go out there and see the rest of the
Can't
world,
live a
man.
country all your life. You have to go a town to see
You have
what
to go
else
out town and
breeze
see
a
what really
blow.
are going on. Yeah,
Mm.
and
And this is one of the things what doing YouTube videos doing. It's not even about doing the YouTube video. Like, it forced me to find some places that I don't normally go.
Watch
So me,
there.
it's
I
a
I I
season
go
seven
into
have the
some bush.
drinks. Season
I
seven
wouldn't
have the drinks. Let us assure.
I wouldn't normally go into some bush if it wasn't for trying to make a YouTube video. See,
Mm-hmm.
and when I go in there, sometimes I go in there and turn off the camera because it's so peaceful. Me no want nothing to distract me from the peace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've seen some parts of Jamaica since last year. I would not believe existed just because me decide to go make a YouTube video.
Mm-hmm.
See me, so most of the time you see me go out there, it's not about making the video, it's
All right,
about
sister. My sister's
yeah.
out. Lori, bye, Lori.
Hi, Laurie.
That's my baby
Hi,
sister.
Lori.
Yeah, go ahead, Brian. Sorry.
Yeah, man, that was it. Me done. I take a
Oh,
stick.
yeah. Well, again, like I said, you can't respect other people's cultures if you don't know, if you don't even within your own
You don't
country,
even know your
right?
own. That's my problem.
If, even within your own country, like there's people from Jamaica that never travel to the other side of the island, right?
True.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't respect your the maroon them. You don't respect country people because you ask them talk bad, right? Because you've never interacted with them and see what they do from on a daily basis. You only know say, okay, I come from Kingston and I wear name brand clothes and me they dance every night and all them thing there. While the country people and then they are country, them are work, them now they might not have no light, no power, no water. But them not have no problem because them have what them have and them not miss what them not have.
Very
Right?
comfortable.
Yeah, man. The bottom line is once when we dig up our skeleton, nobody can tell who is who, or what
Mm-hmm.
color you were, or what complexion, or how much money you had, or anything. The skeleton don't tell you that. It just tell you that there's a person here who used to be a living person. That's all it says.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So we have to treat people like we treat ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're mean to yourself, you're gonna mean to people.
Mm-hmm.
If
Hmm.
you don't love yourself, you're not going to love anybody else.
True.
Yeah.
See?
I see
So
you see what season say. Like this platform is kind of crazy that you bring this up season because it's a great platform, but it's sad because people use it as well to disrespect people because
Hmm.
again there are no consequences from sitting behind a computer
mhm.
and disrespecting somebody because again as what you say as what Mike Tyson said everybody have a plan till somebody thumping in your face,
Yeah.
right? So you can the while the platform is really good to interact with people, it's just as bad because it makes it easy for people to disrespect people
Right. Yep.
because there is no
Insulting.
consequences
Right.
for their actions, right? They can just say what they want and say do what they want to do and change them. They can change their profile name tomorrow and come at you again with a
Yeah.
different name and a different angle, right?
Right.
Remember the same thing with Facebook. Same thing. Facebook was the great
Uh
unifier.
oh,
People
Oliver,
the boss is
who
in the
never,
building.
yes, me I say,
what's up, brother?
Good evening, good evening, good
Good
evening, everyone. Good
evening.
evening.
Oliver,
Respect, respect
Oliver,
and manners, you know.
where, where, where you say Brian? Where you say Brian? I said something. Hold on the Oliver. Hold on the Oliver. Brian, I said something. Where you say Brian?
I forget what me I say. I forgot what I
Oh,
was saying. But me feel that way there, no. I don't plan what me I say. It just come out, and if I'm interrupted, it going. I don't remember it. So
man.
yeah, man. Let's remember, man. Simple thing, man. So what I said, like we have some new perspective now. So Oliver can give you a different perspective.
Yeah, Oliver. So
But that's, you notice, look here. When I get an invitation, you know, when I get an invitation, you know, whether to come at a party or something, you know, what I do, you know, I just walk up, pass everybody, good evening, good night, and aim to the top, aim to the head. So when me get the invitation, me no bother second myself in the comment section.
Exactly. Same
But
thing.
big up to everybody in the comment section, same way, you know what I mean? Because you don't know one love. Same way. You see what I'm saying? We are doing to make everybody see it. Don't
yeah,
it?
man. Yeah, man.
Come
Yeah.
on.
You already
Yeah,
Man.
man.
know. So Oliver, talk to him. Make we know what you think about this level of disrespect.
Hey,
Wagwan.
Oliver, no manners for you, you know. You come in and out and say good evening. What kind of thing that?
I want to
Why?
show up, man.
I'll make you forget what I said. Sorry.
You told me I said, cut me off and then something that no, no, not even
make
good evening.
make you forget what you asked and not even say good evening.
Why?
I try come man, when the phoenix rise out from out of nowhere, you know. You don't know that thing they go.
Eh?
All right.
Yeah, my brother, talk to me. Talk to me.
Big up special care, you know.
Yeah, man. She's not in the background cause problem. I'm
Why
a twin.
why you repeat what you said to me?
So we are said earlier in the conversation, the topic today was have we lost respect and manners in today's society?
Well, based upon for how me look on life, you know, my brethren. Most people in this life, you know, lose that, you know, but sometimes, you know, it all based upon for why we be disrespectful, you know. We most of we can't say most, but you know, some children grow one kind of way like a Lego beast. So them not grow under a proper parental supervision, while you have some children grow under proper parental supervision. And sometimes even children will grow under proper parental supervision. Them will just they're around you, everything good, everything nice. Them be polite and them have manners on, but as the minute them come out of the house and say, all right, them I go school, is a different changes that
Different.
brethren.
Mm-hmm.
You see, but them act away around you, like them discipline. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we as parents, you have to screech up on them, go watch them too.
Serious.
We see if them a carry out the order, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. But apart from that, well, to be honest, me not go unfit say this now. Most youths, Jamaican youths today, not really have respect for nobody.
Mm-hmm.
More time you will hear a man. Cause sometimes when I come out Jamaica and visit, when I hear all the youth them carry on more time. Cause the most going to come into and see all the youth them and realize the day is changing. with the youth them. Them a stare in your face and them a say certain things and them a stare at you. So you realize and respect.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them grow up one way too because when we as fathers are not in the children them life, it's a big problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's a problem that because them not grow with a father where have a rough voice, a coarse voice. You can talk to them and they know say talk, you talk to them. And children live what they learn. If you are a parent that is strict but not over strict, not too strict, you know you can talk to your youth and him listen to what I say. From you are training from a toddler stage coming up to teenager stage,
Mm-hmm.
them actually I get the picture and see what you're talking about, what you're dealing with, and how you really want them to come.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes discipline come through the bloodline. No care how them
Mm-hmm.
go out there and see other people are conduct themselves. Them now adapt it because them is an inborn thing for enough children. Because, say for example,
Big up Kirky.
as a man
Kirky
you
in the
date a,
building. Blessings, Kirky. Go ahead. Go ahead, Oliver. Go on, talk.
for example, say you're searching for a or seeking a relationship with a woman. Based upon for your quality, you have to search for your quality.
Mm-hmm.
If you not search for your quality, is a problem. But you don't know true as grown men, we not develop certain things until we become grown men where we understand life for what it is and knowing that life is very spiritual and knowing that a man genetic gene I come from way back. You see it? So it is something where you have to look through. You just have to choose that person where you tell yourself, say, if in case you get a child with this person, you know how this child gonna grow. Even if the relationship not work out, you know how this child gonna grow because the principle of that lady that you meet, you know she have that. So them thing they play a vital role. When you see certain children grow up a certain way now, when they have no manners and you know deal with things a certain way, you find say based upon for how the sex the intercourse, the type of man we are give it, the type of woman we are receive it. It have a very powerful thing about it
The jeans.
because it because
Me not agree with that. Me not agree with that. Me not agree.
if
Where,
more
Me
where,
not agree
time,
with that.
more time, a woman say for example, she might not really bright and the man not really bright too. But more time you don't like if you pick up that energy there.
It's
Ah,
again
You
time. I have
know
to go.
well,
me
Bye,
not agree
all.
with that. You know why me not agree with that? You know why me not agree with that?
all right, Brian. What you
mm,
say? What you say?
And
agree to
many,
disagree, you know. I saw it going
many
up.
of our
Special
grandparents,
K coming
many
up.
of
Bye,
our
all.
grandmothers,
Bye,
and
Bye,
many of
Corey.
our
Glory.
What
grandfathers did
special?
not
Never
read.
two.
All right,
And
special
come up
K is
here in a
here.
paper.
Only
Good
one.
night,
What on?
everyone.
What on? What on?
Blessing,
Big
Twin.
up, big up,
blessing.
big up. Welcome.
As balloon and there's something there. Oh,
Don't
God.
pick me up none at all. Cause you of all people, as much as I'm younger than you,
You know
you
that.
ain't got no manners.
Who she have
Your
talk about
video
people? The
today is
bright thing.
wicked.
Me don't know.
And only I can tell you straight.
Hold on.
Season.
Twin Brian. What
Yes,
was it?
season. You have a pint season.
Let me hear what Brian I say. What Brian I say. Let me hear what Brian I say.
That's
Go on,
right.
So,
Brian.
so,
Yeah. Yeah.
we don't know how the sex have something to do with the genes and if the baby turned out looking all right. But we don't know about the
The
manners
manners.
part.
The man.
Because manners don't come from genes. Manners come from upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
See? So you can take the worst tegereg girlfriend as you can find. And she could be the best mother in the world. See me I say, when you see she take her child and she put her child first and she make sure that the child is this and the child is everything that is good. See me I say, is not about sometimes it's not even about who you get the child with, it's about you as the father. See me I say, it's not about what the mother say, it's about what you
but for
say
even
as
you
the
as a
father.
father, but for even you as a father, you don't know where you spring from. You don't know what in
No, it
you.
don't matter. That don't matter, you know. The spring can only spring out of the earth, you know. Where it goes depends on the earth. See
Yeah.
me I say, so if the earth decides that the spring go turn a puddle, it go turn a puddle. See me? If the earth decides that the spring, which is the parent, is going to turn this spring is going to turn into a river, a raging river. That's what go on because the parent said, "This is what we want out of my child." So no matter where you get it from, see me, I say, as long as you do your work, as you do your job as the father, it don't matter what she could have all type of restrictions for you where you're not supposed to see your child for one time out of the year. So me I say
Yo,
that one time you
look down in
spend
that
with your
camera, man.
child, well on
Look down
man,
in that camera, man. Want to see your face with
that
that knock.
one day you spend
Well,
with your
look down in
child,
that camera.
it makes all the difference. That's what me I say.
It's
Look
never
down in
look
that
down
camera.
there.
Want to see your face.
No
Philip,
man,
why
man,
you
you know,
looking
say
up? Look down in the
something man. Say
camera.
something man.
Look in the
Sorry.
camera.
The man that on the rasta me here, sir. You alone, me keep going.
No, no, and you know this. Like them said, the apple don't fall from the tree, right?
Far from the
And
tree.
if the
Far from the
tree
tree.
is
Yeah.
there to shelter the apple, then the apple will get a good movement. You see me, I
Yeah.
say,
It won't.
but
It
if
won't
you as
mature
the
Season.
by the
father
time it
say,
reach the
well,
ground. Yeah.
the mother this
Season.
and the mother that, you gone left the mother. I no business with picnic. I just send money go get picnic. Me no business with picnic. You see me, I
So
say,
let me ask
whatever
you a
the mother
question.
say,
He's
that's how the
holding
child
some
will
kind
turn
of
out.
tuntun feelings.
You have to be the man who say, yo, I'm my child, you know, as much as me not spend as much time as me want with him, I am going to make the time I spend with him worth it. You see me?
I understand what you say, man. But me gonna ask you a
But
question.
she's not here. She's on a flight to Atlanta at the moment. So when me get her my way, I'll relay the message.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Why do they have labs that contains men sperm where a woman would want to be impregnated by a doctor injecting that sperm? Why do they have um a thing where a woman can look on
We
her
can, me and you
Why
as
why why
father,
would they have those things?
me and
Why
you
would
as father,
a woman that say,
cannot.
you know, say, I don't like my son to be a educated person. She don't want a man, but she want a sperm. And them tell her who the sperm will come from, the ways of the person, them do everything for you. For a female can just choose and say, all
Why
right,
did I come up now?
you know, so that sperm may belong to a doctor. That sperm may belong to a, you know.
Yo, me, you know,
Why them have that
I
now?
know
Why them have that? It's about something, you know.
this is a joke,
Because
but
a woman,
enough of the egg that we get what we never want. Enough of the egg that we get what we never want, and we have to take care of them. Same way. Now, me and you as the father cannot, as a father, cannot. Me and you as a father cannot account for the ladies who want to go get sperm and raise a child by themselves.
but,
I
but
get
there's a
These
reason.
women,
It's a reason why
hold on, man,
she's
hold on.
trying to be
You,
selective.
you cut me off and I go forget what me I say.
no
I
manners, a
think that is
lie.
bad
No
manners.
manners.
You see what me I say? No, no manners, man. Me almost I forget. So, me and you as a father,
May I
right?
make them take it? May I make them take it? Tell me tomorrow, you know. Careful.
Me and you can account for a lady who wants to have a child on her own. See, these ladies, however, and me can tell you this, is that at some point, these ladies are going to want a man in their child's life. See me I say, she go want maybe her father to take care of it. Maybe her father dead, so she need an uncle. Maybe her uncle not, there's no uncle, so she need a bigger a brother, or she go find a next man to help her take care of the child. But she is going to need a male person in her life to teach this child some things, especially if it's a male child. Even more
Is
especially if
she
it's a
gonna need it
female
or is the
child.
child going to need a
Because
child?
females
Is the
need
child
males
wait
more
one
than
moment,
males need
sir?
male. You understand what
Ryan,
I'm saying?
hold it. You've been speaking for a little too long now. Yeah? As the lady in the chat room right now, I'm gonna
Uh,
ask you a question.
uh,
Is it the
One
female
lady in that chat room
problem
saying,
or is the child going to need a man in their life?
the
Because for some
child.
reason it sounds like you're holding some kind of feelings for the
No, no, no,
females and
no,
the
no, no, no.
ladies.
The child, because a child needs two, the X chromosome and the Y chromosome. The child needs both energies
parent.
to exist. So it needs both energies
Are you
to
forgetting we are a
grow.
womb man?
Huh?
Are you forgetting we are a womb man?
Me no know about no woman. Every man comes from the
Okay.
womb.
All
Every man
right.
comes from the womb.
All right.
But
We stop
but
that. You don't
a
know nothing.
woman
You don't know nothing, right?
cannot teach a man how to
Respectfully, you
be a
just said
man.
you don't know nothing, right?
Huh? Say it again.
I will make the rum. I will
Respectfully,
make
you
the
don't know
rum.
nothing,
Guys,
right?
I
You
know
know
I
what?
will make the rum, you know, guys.
But what's
So,
your drink? What's
so,
your drink?
we don't know. A rum. So usually I drink
What's
rum.
your drink?
So special. Since you're in the
You
building now, you
said
know.
you don't know.
Twin.
Yeah? You
May I
said
make
you
you
don't
twin?
know. You never
Twin.
offer me a drink, Twinny.
Twin.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that
Yes, Papa.
a woman cannot raise a balanced child. But this woman has to come from a balanced home herself, so she know what a balanced person looks like. The man say she can't just get up willy-nilly one day, say, I want to have a baby, and go get one. And 2 or 3 months down the line, when the baby born, she have to call her mother for help her because she don't know what to do. She have to call her auntie who have six pitlin, what it's supposed to do. You see me? I say, she, you need help.
Stop.
She needs help. She's going to need help. And when the child
Ryan,
reaches the
sir.
point where a masculine energy needs to enter her life or his life, he's going to need that. When the child reaches you see what I'm
Can
saying?
I ask you something, sir?
Yes.
Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
can
Yes,
I
ma'am.
ask you something?
Yes,
Where was
miss.
all this energy when there was just someone talking about a child on this live?
No, no, we're talking about the ladies who
So
go
I'm asking
to.
you a question. One moment. One moment. Hold up.
I will make the rum.
Did you think to ask the question what I asked in the live?
Okay. Ask the question again. Ask the question again.
Did you ask the question? Why didn't you ask this question when there was somebody else on this live at the starting of this live?
What?
Because I heard them talking about children or so
Hey,
and stuff like that.
hey,
What's
look
No,
at
it?
these.
no disrespect to no one. I'm not going for anything, but your energy seems to be very strong towards us females.
No, no, no. Hey, you are getting it wrong. You get it wrong. His question was about females who go to sperm banks to get sperm to get children. I
So
don't have
hold
no
on.
problem with them
Let me
You
ask
know,
doing
you a
that.
he's
question.
sticking himself in a bigger hole.
I don't have no problem with
Hold on.
them doing that.
Well,
But
hold on.
my point is, they are going to need a masculine energy in this child's life for it to be a balanced
So
child.
hold on.
Simply.
Let me reel it back in. Let me reel it back in now.
No more.
So here's my question.
Wheel and come in, Twinny.
I
Wheel and
reel it
come
back
in.
in. All right.
No
So
more.
here's my
They need to
question.
dilute their
You
own.
must
Does
you
does it take
you must
here's the question I'm gonna ask now. Does it
you
take
go one day finger up with a part. You must not
does it require a male and a female
you
to
never
be
say
in
oh
a
one
child's
one
life for them to
deficit
learn
go up with
respect?
a part.
That is the question
No,
I have.
no. But
Just
like I
mix
said, You need
So,
a balanced
so,
person. The mother has to be a balanced person who knows what balance looks like.
well, what may I say?
See, me I
What may
say,
I say is,
'cause
what may I say is
earlier we
respect.
had this person talking, we had this, they were saying this little girl in Walmart shouting at her mother and talking to her mother certain way,
Hmm.
right? Now, if this mother was a balanced person, the child would not be in that position. She would not be in the position where the child is embarrassing her in public. See? So
One
balance.
second, one
She has to
moment.
know balance. Whether she has a male or not
Brian,
is irrelevant. She has to be balanced.
All right. So,
okay,
twin.
one
Hold on,
moment.
Brian.
Brian,
We heard twin.
one
I say.
moment. Brian, Brian, 1 second, because I want to ask something about that little topic there. Yeah?
Okay.
As a mother of a child with all special needs, yeah? How
Uh-huh.
do we know that that child is autistic or has
Oh, that's a
ADHD
different. That's a
or
totally
some
different.
kind of. No, but we don't know. But the child was in Walmart, right?
No. We're talking about we. Listen, I don't know what the situation was with this person. She was just telling us about this
Exactly.
Walmart situation. So no, no.
She or
What I'm
him?
talking
Which
about with the special needs aside,
person?
special needs aside,
Yeah.
we understand there are people who have
Okay.
special needs. But I've seen children
Mhm.
rolling on the ground because they want a sweetie. And parents said, "Oh, no sweetie," and they're rolling on the ground screaming in agony because they can't get this sweetie. Now, what do you do with this child? What happened to get this child
Yeah,
in
but
this
okay.
space? Why is it
One moment.
there?
It doesn't mean you need a balanced parents to actually raise that child,
Oh,
because
yeah,
that
no.
child could be spoilt by either parent that made that child behave in that
You know,
manner.
it's a very tedious that topic.
Right, but if the parent is balanced, the child will not
Yeah,
be
but
spoiled.
how does that work with a balanced parent if
That parents
you're the mother turning around and saying no, and then the father says yes? Or what
No,
if
no,
the
no.
father says no
We are talking
and the
about
mother
single
says
parents.
yes?
No, single parents. We're talking
Well,
about single.
well. Here's
Don't
a.
go there.
Well,
Let's not
I'm
talk
talking about
about
single
single
parents.
parents none at all.
I'm talking about single parents. And
So
we have
here's.
males who do the same thing to their children. We
So
have,
here's
so
here's
it's not
here's
about
another.
a mother, it's about parents.
Here's another concept, right?
Let's not go there, Brian.
Hey,
Let's not go
twin.
there.
Here's
Parents,
Brian.
not mothers,
Brian,
parents.
twin. Here's another concept, right? So remember, parents are not the only ones that influences children, right?
Exactly.
So
Thank you.
you
I was
have
gonna say it.
you get
That's why I said let's
influences
not go
from
there.
the teachers, you get influences from uncles, aunts, you get influences from other people, right?
Grandparents,
So
you could raise your
grandparents, yeah,
Peer
child in a
pressure.
manner
peer press, yeah,
in
peer pressure,
school.
yeah. So
Yep,
All right. So
there's
I can
hold on,
only speak from
listen, what
my
may I say?
example.
that's a thing called
So there's
grooming.
so the
Grooming.
aspect of a child being or anybody being respectful or disrespectful,
Uh,
it's gonna be based on the outside influences that give them the opportunity to choose what they decide is respectful or disrespectful, right? So I don't think it's a gender thing. I think it's the influences from
Thank you.
there's multiple
right. But
influences like
Winstone,
all right.
as a
Mm,
father,
mm-hmm.
when your child comes
I
home,
salute you, Trini. I
when your
salute
child
you.
comes
I
home
love
with
you.
something that you did not teach him, do you say, "Okay, that's great, you learned something
No.
new," or you sit down and discuss with what this thing is that he just learned? Is
Oh
it a
yeah,
good thing or is it a bad
absolutely.
thing?
We're gonna talk about it, but the thing
So
is,
there is
you
balance
don't,
there.
but you don't
You
always
understand what I
you
say?
don't
There's
always
balance
know that.
there.
You don't always know that until
And
until
mothers do the
something.
same.
You
There are
don't
mothers who do the same
exactly.
thing too. So
Yeah.
it's like I know. So I, Special K is I don't want her to
I'm like
feel.
you're just coming from the
I don't want
mothers.
to feel like I'm attacking females
Yeah,
or
but I
mothers
feel like you're
or
coming from
mothers.
the mothers.
I'm just
Bar on the
saying that
bar.
a parent, mother or father, needs to be balanced to raise a balanced child. So if the outside influences are there, you as the parent who he comes home to, is going
But,
to say, no, that
but
influence
one
does not
moment,
work for us.
Brian.
We do something else to that influence and we get it out of the way so we can have a balanced child, a respectful child.
Brian,
All right, Brian. So
but have you
make me
ever
hear a
heard
twin
the
I say.
saying, a village takes to raise a child?
Huh?
Takes a
Have
village.
you heard the terminology, takes a
Takes a
village to
village.
raise a child?
It used to take a village. It no longer takes a village because the village is
It
separated
Entirely.
from
used to.
itself.
It takes a village now.
No, it doesn't. It takes the influence of the village now, but it does not take the village because the village is no longer raising the child. The
So you
village
It
sits
takes a
around and watch
so
the
here's the
village
child
thing.
now.
losing itself and talk about it.
Here's the thing. You bring me back to
Let,
actually you
let me
bring me
show
back
you
to my
Sometimes
something.
point.
community have a lot to do with
Hold
it.
on, Brian, hold
Sometimes the
on.
community have a lot to do with raising children.
Yes. Yes. And it brings me back to my
Thank
point,
you.
what I was saying. I'm gonna let special talk in a second, but I just want to bring it back to my point of this whole discussion when we talk about when I asked the question earlier, how do we take back community and take back discipline, right? And I feel like you brought up the point. It's because the community is not involved in the rearing of that child anymore. When in the generation that we grew up in, we the parents were there regardless, and it took the village. The village is still there. It's just that the village is not is involved in the raising of the child anymore and the
Raise-
discipline of the child anymore because the village is now separated because everybody feel like say we don't want nobody to raise which we pick the freeway, right? We don't want nobody to tell we pick them what to do. And to me, that's where we've lost the discipline because we feel like say
Exactly. And
we everything what me say is the right thing when I know that not everything I say as a parent is the right thing because there might be other parents out there that have some other influences and have some other thought processes that is going to influence my child as well, good or bad. As what you say, if it's bad, they know it's bad and they learn from it. If it's good, they know it's good and they learn from it just as well, right? So the village is still there. It's just how involved is the village. So I'm gonna make Twinny talk and then I'm gonna make Oliver so him officer. So Twin, so talk.
so let me explain something on what on that. Raising a teenager at this present moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My daughter's in a top school in London, and the uniform has a strict regime. You're not allowed to wear your skirts too short. You have to wear it a certain length. You have to have manners and respect. You're not allowed to go into the shops around the area and have any disrespect, or they could actually come to the school and they report to the school and they can get you a detention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, I've got my daughter's 15 years old. One of her friends came home with her the other day and came with their skirt really short up. And I said, young lady, pull down your skirt. Do you know what she turned around and said to me? Sorry, auntie. She didn't realize it was that short. This is me. Yes, you did, because you roll it up to that level.
Right.
Now, I could have turned around and go and turn around and tell her mum. I could have turned around and not said anything, because at the end of the day, it's not my child. My child is dressed how she's meant to be dressed. But at the same time, I respectfully educated her and turned around and said, you know, when you're doing all of that, who you're attracting out on the road? The perverted men.
Mm-hmm.
The men with no behavior, that's who you're attracting by wearing your uniform short.
Mm-hmm.
Respectfully respect yourself. Now, she's not my child, but she had the manners to turn around while she's in my presence, turn around and put it back to the size that the normal size that she's meant to have it at school,
Right.
you know. So if
So,
Yeah.
we don't
okay.
So
teach all our children around us, how do we raise our other children, our raise the village? We
so
have to
Right.
teach them.
So, specialty, my
well
friend,
on Brian. Well on Brian. Well on.
my new girlfriend.
Mhm.
Hold on, Brian. Hold on. Before you, we know, we know the rum are kicking still, but let me make
No, no, no. It's
Oliver.
just a simple question. It's just a simple question. It's just a
Let me make
question. I
Oliver,
don't have
cause
no comments on what she said. But the
well,
question I'm asking her is,
uh,
do you consider yourself a balanced parent?
To a
well,
level,
Ah, okay.
there's still
To
every
any level.
e- e-
No,
every
everybody is
day is a
everybody
lesson
is
learned. So I'm gonna not gonna turn around and say I'm perfect.
right. Nobody's perfect. Everybody has
Exactly.
imperfection. As long as you see yourself as somebody who knows better and you are willing to do better, then you are more balanced than a lot of parents. Because if she come into my house looking certain way, I'm gonna say, hey, you can't hang out with that one, you know. I probably won't say anything to the child, but I might say something to my child that this is not how we teach her. So if that's how she wants to be, then you can't be her friend. Right? So
Yeah, but that
that
just becomes
that may not
wait,
be the right approach
right.
because this person may
Well,
just be veering off course and you telling
I
her that she can't have this friend may just push her fully off course.
yes, and that's
Being
exactly what we
so
talked about
that
earlier.
my approach may not be the right approach, but
Right.
specialty, who is the balanced parent,
Mm-hmm.
she did the right approach, right?
And here's the difference, Brian. Here's the difference. The difference is you have to look at if it's a male or a female as well, because Special K might be able to tell a girl, "Hey, you're not wearing a skirt properly." It's gonna mean something different when she says it versus you saying it because you're a guy, right? So when Special K says to that girl, that young girl who's her friend,
amazing.
me lose Brian, but him soon come back. But anyway, if
Hmm.
twin, when you say to your daughter's friend, it means more to her because you're a female, right? Versus
But okay,
versus well, no, that's what I'm
let
saying.
me turn around
Versus
and tell you a
versus
story.
versus me saying it because I'm not a female, right? So it means more to her you saying that as
But
a
it's the
mom.
terminology and the way how I said it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've done it to a young man too. A young man had their trousers all the way below their backside, and
Mm-hmm.
I've turned around and said to them, "Pull up your pants, young man,"
I've done it to a
because
young
do you
man
know what you're
too. The
promoting
young
right
man
then
had
and
their
there?
trousers all the way
I tried to
Mm-hmm.
educate them as much as possible.
Right. But what I'm saying is this. If even though you said it to a young man, he probably understood what you were saying, but it would be different if a guy said it to him versus just like in your situation
Hmm.
where it was a young girl, you can say to her, you
Yeah.
know what, as a woman, you probably need to pull your skirt down because that's not appropriate as a young lady, right? Where if it was
Hmm.
me as a man saying it to her, it doesn't mean as much because I'm not a woman. So she would understand it more because you're a woman, a grown woman that has a child that says, look, it's not appropriate as a woman to have your skirt hiked up that high versus me as a guy saying, well, it's not good for you to have it. So it means more to her in
But
that
as well,
situation,
I think it's
right?
also,
Huh?
hmm but
So it
also,
means it
I
it
know the
means more.
uniform rules.
Right, right. But not she's not think as a child as a person, she's not thinking about you knowing the rules. She's just thinking of you as a woman telling her this is not the right thing to do, right? Because you're a grown woman telling
Hmm.
her what to do. Just like a guy telling a boy, hey, don't have your pants hanging off your ass because it means like you're available, right? It means more because the guy I tell him say, from experience, this is not the right thing to do. So kids take information based on who they think has the most experience, right? So there are some things that a woman can tell a girl that it makes more sense to them because it's a woman telling them, and there's some things that a guy can tell a boy because it's a man telling them that they shouldn't be doing certain
I
things.
think it's how you educate them too, because
Yes,
I've had
absolutely.
one of my son's friends turn around and say to me, "Since you told me, I never, he thought it was fashion."
Mm-hmm.
But once I turned around and explained to him the whole terminology of how it came about from gel and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
because they never used to have
Mm-hmm.
uh, belts and stuff like that in gel and stuff like that. And I tried to
Mm-hmm.
explain to him the history of where that came from.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, oh wow, I didn't know that. You
And
understand?
there's
So
no
it's
better
like it all
information than
depends.
yes.
Yeah, how you
There's no
speak
better
and approach
information
the.
than getting information from somebody that has been through that situation. So let me talk to Miss Father
Mm-hmm.
Oliver. Oliver, talk to me because I know he's been waiting
Yeah,
to
more
put
that
us.
thing that we remember when we want to say, just pass and slide out like Mr. Man go.
Talk to me, Papa Oliver. What
Let
you
me
said?
tell you something now. Me not drift from the topic.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a 9 day
Mm-hmm.
last night. I went to see one of my brethren. I say, what go on, man? I say, yeah, me there, you know. I say, you know, so me come for show my face because you don't know I support. You know what the man said to me, say? The man said to me, say, I wonder who is going to support us when we gone
Mm-hmm.
in at this stage. And so they said that, me look on for him and tear up my eyes open. And you know, when me start to reflect back, I realize that the older folks them who know we gone. And the younger one them will just a come not really know we. Them see
No,
we, but them don't know we. You understand? So you see that village thing they wanna talk about. The village is still there, you know. But in a certain village, everybody turn gangster.
mm-hmm.
And to everybody turn gangster, nobody not a time for school, them children, not a time for that. So the youth them grow up, come see what is going on and
Mm-hmm.
follow that and it end up become a
Mm-hmm.
trend.
Mm-hmm.
You see me? So in a few time, Sir Winston, would have somebody can say, don't do that, don't do this. I go and tell a father that not happen again.
Mm-hmm.
Because in a some areas, you
Yeah,
know, some,
informer.
some,
Yeah,
some
in farmer,
areas,
yeah.
in some
Not
village, you
even
know,
only that,
love
they're
is
not
there, you
scared
know,
of their
that is but
parents
not the love that
nowadays.
we use.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
In some village, a little love is there, but that not in abundance where when we used to grow up then, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So but it's difficult though, you know. Trust me.
Yeah. No, we definitely live in our different times. And as what as
Yeah,
what as what Brian say, no, if you say something, you're in farmer, right? And it's like you can, you can't you can't be honest with the children's and not just Jamaica. This is all over the world because me live in our city, me live in a Baltimore, and me live in our city where some of these them never leave the circle, their small radius where them living at, right? All they know is what was taught to them, right? And they never realize that the world is so much bigger than what it is. But again,
yes,
if that's all they know, that's and you can't. And you know what? At the end of the day, you can't really hold it against them either, because that's what they know, right? You can't really
true,
hold it
true,
against
true,
them, right? You can't really hold it
true.
against them because that's what they know. People live by what they know, right?
Yeah,
And if it's something outside of your sphere of influence, you have to just deal with what you have to deal with. But I feel like respect and manners is a basic thing, right? I feel like as parents, again, you have so many outside influences, and you kind of have to choose as a person, as an individual person, which one of these influences you ever follow. But as me always say, you can only teach your kids to be the best version of themselves. But when they're old enough to make decisions, they're gonna make the decisions that suit them the best, right? So the only thing you can do as a parent, as a village, is give them the right um, influences and the right teachings and the right mentoring where because it's up to them to accept if they're gonna do it or not at the end of the day. The decision is gonna be their decision. So
True, true.
you can only be the best, based on how you were raised, the best version of yourself, and you try to pass that on to them, and then hopefully, based on all the information what they must receive from the rest of the village, them think about it, them take all of the information in and then say, okay, based on what me say and based on how things are go, this is probably the right way to do things. This is probably the wrong way to do things. But at least the information is there. Where, as Omi said, I feel like the village is there, but the village is not involved as it was when we were growing up in our generation. I feel like the village was more involved in.
The village them nowadays don't see nothing, man. Them don't
Yeah.
see nothing anymore. That's just
Twin,
it.
twin, what
You
you have
know?
to say?
That's very true. I agree with that.
And that's what it boils down to is we kind of have to take responsibility, but
Hmm.
at the end of the day, we can only do so much. Everybody are gonna make them own decisions when they're old enough to make them own decisions, right?
All right.
I don't,
So the the reason I was saying that the village no longer raises the child, the village influences the child, is because where I live right now,
Mhm.
oh, I'm telling you, where I live right now, there are renters next door. These people don't come out of the house, literally. They are indoors every day. So we don't know who live next door, right? Right? We don't know who live next door.
All
Now,
right.
this is the village.
Hmm.
The
The
village
new
is
village, the new
separated.
village. Yeah.
The new village is separated into houses or prisons. As the people do not come outside. The
Hmm.
only time you see them outside is when they're taking taxi and they avoid the eye contact.
Hmm.
See me? So that is the village we live in right now. There are places where there is still
Your village.
a fairly close. Huh?
That's
Say
your
your
village.
village. Say your village.
No, that's what I'm saying. There are places where there are still close people, but the way Jamaica is being set up now is that people are living indoors. Nobody lives outside anymore. The friends you have are the friends you meet at school, and you don't really hang out with them. You just go to school, and your friends at school, and you go home, and that's that.
So Brian, let me
So me
let me
ask,
ask you this.
Brian,
Let me
Brian,
ask you this. Let me ask you this real quick. Have you actually reached out to your neighbors and say to find out who they are?
no, no,
You
no.
saw me.
I will,
You saw me
I
ask
will,
because
I
here,
would
Okay.
like that.
here,
Obviously, people want to be left alone, so you leave them alone.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. What me say? What me how me live, right? My neighbor, where I live, me live in a dead end road, right? And I feel like it's my responsibility to know who my neighbors are, right? Because me not trust people, right? me not, me not trust people. So even if me and them not get along,
Lad man style kicking.
eh? Yeah, man. Even if me and them not get along, me need to know who my kids live, who my family live next to because me could have live next
Oh
to
no, 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 no.
no, no, no. Listen to what me I say. I could live next to a pedophile. I could live next to, and America is a dangerous place, right? Yeah, it's a dangerous place. So for me, as a person, as a parent, I need to know who live next to me. Now, them can tell me what them want, tell me and say them are good people or whatever. I will find out eventually. But to me, again, as what me say, there are outside influences to my kids. So my neighbors are outside influences to my kids. I need to know who my neighbors are as well. right?
Not
Again,
even just that. One
them can
moment,
lie to me. Go ahead, twin.
Twinny, like you're saying that, this is the same thing because even over in the UK, they protect our pedophiles, our ex-convicts,
Mm-hmm.
majority of the criminals more than anything.
Than the
So you
civilians,
need to
yes,
know your neighbor just
I
in
know.
case they
No, man.
help.
So what I'm saying is that I may not know them by talking to them, but I observe, and I'm outside all the time. So I see when they come and I see when they go. I see whatever they do in their yards. I see when they're trying to avoid my eye contact, and I'm like, okay, do your thing. But I observe them. I observe these people. So it's
Well,
not that I don't
have you
know
ever
them.
raised
I
up your
know
hand and
them. I
said,
just
"Hello,
don't
good
talk to
morning"?
them. No, man. Of course, of course. But you know, when people want to be left alone, they morning and they run gone.
I would
It's
like to,
just,
quickly just respond to Sadie's comment. What she said, she right now she lives next to somebody that, if she says the simplest thing to that mother child, they will explode.
yes.
You see, the whole thing is it's a very sad world. And these are the things where we need to really reverse and educate that mother too. Because you see, if that anything happened to that child and that child was to even buck their toe, the same mother will be calling out to us for help,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be for an ambulance, for a police, for whatever the case may be. They will want
Mm-hmm.
help from us for band-aid or anything. They will
Mm-hmm.
want that help. So why can't you speak to that child?
So
And that's
Very
the
so
sad.
and
so
look,
and
that's the thing I'm talking
Real
about
talk, that's
is
the name.
about part of the village is being good neighbors, right? Being good neighbors.
Exactly.
I can tell you this. My neighbors are nothing like look nothing like me. I probably have one of the most mixed neighborhood where Spotman live. That doesn't change the fact that we live amongst each other. We all have children, and granted, my kids are a lot older than their kids. So all my neighbors have young kids. My all my kids are adults, right? But at the same time, my kids can influence their kids. Granted, they don't interact as much, but same thing. I can influence their kids, but I want to know the village. As what I said, the village is there, but we are so adept now to minding our own business that we are not involved in our community, and we now, you know, and am I responsible, and am I problem that, you know, it's just like today. Today, me and Lynn got a store, got the store to go get some fish food, and there's this young boy. The guy's a white guy, and him little son. And him said, when me say little boy, I just be a problem in my cars. And the father I tried to tell him, say, yo, we're ready to go. And little boy I just I say, yo, no, me I do this and me I do this and me I do this. And me I watch it, me I watch the kid because I feel like as a parent, that is still my, even though it's not my child, it's
Oh,
still
yeah.
my responsibility to make sure say, because I know what society is like. I know there are outside influences and there's bad people out there, right?
People will snatch your
And people
child.
will snatch him because
Yep.
somebody, if the father no really pay attention to him, and you can tell, even him look at me and say, you know, say, a little boy around the house, she look, just by that one interaction, she look by me and said, I think this little boy around his house, right? And the little boy had just run up and down over the yard, and the father just stand there and say, come on, and the little boy now listen to him. And even there was between me, Lynn, there was another couple that was buying something in the store, and even the guy were working at the store. The little boy come back to him and him said something to the guy, and the guy
A
said, "Well, you need."
fish or your beta fish.
Yeah, and the guy were working at the store said, "Well, you need to go find your father, right? You need to stay with your parents." That is what I consider the village, because even though that guy is not his child,
We
Yes.
he
was mindful.
he was more mindful of that child and say, you know what,
Mm, mm,
you need to be. you don't need to be too far from your parents, and
Parents, yeah.
that is what I consider the village. The village doesn't
That's
have to
true.
be somebody that you know personally or
Mm-hmm.
somebody you interact with. The village is the people that are gonna are still responsible, even though it's not their child. It's
Still
not
looking out.
they're still looking out for your children, you know, and
True, true, true.
that's what I consider the village to be. Is it doesn't have to be a nearby. It doesn't. It just is.
No man, no sir.
We have to have this sense
Even
of taking care of of people in general. No matter what color they are, you know, we take care of the kids, right? We have to. That is the most important. You know, a child is the most important thing in society right now. And
Season
yeah,
said
man.
something that I would like to comment on. She says some mothers don't like when you even speak to their children. Parents are different today, which is
yeah,
very true.
I,
Because my cousin just the other day, somebody spoke to her child wrong, and she was ready to go and fight that other parent.
mm-hmm,
I turned around to her and said, no, speak to your child and ask your child what was her response to the adult. And when she found out the response, she handled the situation a little bit different
mm-hmm.
because her child was the one that was being disrespectful to the parent.
Blessings, Wayne. Welcome. No,
Yeah,
Hi,
and that's the
yeah.
thing,
Wayne.
But
Oliver.
this is
Oliver, what
why
you
I
say now?
say
Oliver, I know
this is
you.
why
Me
I
know.
say Special K is a balanced person because she had the presence of mind to correct this parent.
Mm-hmm,
You know what I say? Most people that jump on her side and go war whoever else, but you have to be the
But
balanced
it's the
person.
world we live in today. That's exactly
Yes,
what it
it
is.
is.
You
It is.
see, my mother grew up as a single mother.
mm-hmm.
She was married to my father, but my father left her at a young age. Do you understand? So the thing is, my mother grew me up with manners. The manners that I have today, if you notice, no matter what age, you can be a minute older than me. I'm calling you papa or mama. Some
Mm-hmm.
people don't like the
Did I
terminology.
not
They think
did I
mama
not
have
say that
to
earlier
oh,
in the chat?
you
Oh yeah,
know.
yeah. We
But
talked about that earlier, but
okay,
Exactly. As
see,
long as somebody's older than you, you show them respect.
mm-hmm.
respect and manners.
And they
That's just
don't
the
have to be older than you, but just you are
exactly. I was just about to
respectful.
say that. With
You
my
are
youngest,
respectful
I learned
because
from
you
them
want
too.
to be respected.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. So, Papa Oliver, talk to me. Because I see your brain
No,
are spinning up.
the respect part there, me understand. And what about if that person didn't show you respect?
Give
Well,
respect where
it
respect's due.
and that's exactly we mentioned that earlier in the conversation. Because what I'm saying is, I will always give you respect first
Yeah.
until you change the demographics of the conversation, right?
Yeah, man.
So
And then you
and then
don't disrespect
if you
him.
disrespect me, so here's the thing about me. I am not a confrontational person, right? I don't me not believe in arguing with people. I feel like it's a waste of my time for arguing with people, right? Because
Yeah, yeah.
my grandmother always say word is win. You can say what you want to say as long
You
as
sure now you're not the
you
same
put
father, man.
look. Look, as long as you don't put your hands on me, we don't have no problem. So you can't tell me about my mother, and you can't say what you want to say. That doesn't hurt me, right? I can walk away from that. The thing is, at the end of the day, what's important? Am I going to stand there and argue with you and waste my time and we not come out to a solution? Or me just make you just say what you need to say. Me not have to disrespect your back for hurt your feelings. You know them said that a soft answer turn it away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger, right?
Can as you
And
as you
sometimes
say this? Mhm.
sometimes
Go on,
people
sorry.
are what I have learned is that people are looking for when people are aggressive, right? They are looking for aggression back. And you see when they don't get it, they don't know what to do. They don't know what
Exactly.
to do. You see what
Thank
I
you.
say? Because them are gonna do everything what them can to get a rise out of you, you know.
You yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
you as a bigger person to say, you know what,
Hey,
it's not worth my time, right? And if me walk away from you, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna either do two things. You're gonna either knock me on the back of my head, and that was your one. That was
Hey,
your one
Winstone.
chance. I make sure say no. Listen what me I say. I make sure say when you do it right. Because when me come back, you're not gonna like it. You see what me I say? So me I gonna walk away from you, you know. And make sure say if you knock me on the back of my head, make sure say you do it right. Because when me turn, if you give me the opportunity to turn around, you're not gonna like it. You see what I say? So me give you two options. Me give you an option for walk away, just like me I walk away, and me give you an option for fight it out. But make sure say when you do it right. You see what I say?
See, I'm gonna address something, yeah, because you know I love my Papa Oliver, yeah, and I know we're not gonna go into know the whole thing, but I love you and I love your last video. I'm not gonna say nothing else on it, yeah, but I love you. But to know how you handled that poor old man, I'm gonna call him a poor old man, yeah.
Exactly, Sadie,
You
exactly.
could have just turned around and just silent rivers run deep, you know. Silent rivers run deep.
It's a part of the content.
But
We are we are
Well,
hustlers
say
woo,
here. We are
business
hustlers
is
here.
business. Business is
woo,
We
you
are
business.
never had
hustlers here.
no manners.
No one is paying my light bill but me.
So what I was going to say, right, is that what Winstone is talking about, I learned that from a dog. A
Mm.
dog. This dog used to like chase you. Once you're on your bicycle and ride down the road,
Me know
and this
them
is a
dog there,
dog.
man.
This is a dog about 4 feet tall, big dog.
And that's why
See,
Jamaican people afraid of dog, you know.
so me when I ride my bicycle down the road, and I see this dog and run they come. See, me can't ride fast enough to get away from him, you know. So you know what I do? Come off my bicycle and stop. You know what I do?
And face
Him
him.
stop and look for me.
Yes.
The next thing I do is push my bicycle, go about my business.
And he left you alone
See,
as you walk.
because him
Yeah.
want a reaction out of me, and me not give him that
Yes.
reaction.
Yes.
We have to do that with people also,
Yes.
where
Yes.
people try to push your button, and
Mm-hmm.
because you're so strong and why this person a push your button, you make the button get pushed, and then you in a trouble, and then you and him start arguing. The two of them look like idiot on the wherever on the argue because so nobody's going to say you want to stop, you know. Then go stand up and watch and say, "Yeah, what you do, idiot? They quarrel
Yeah.
about food." Yeah,
Cause they love
yeah.
excitement. Cause they love excitement.
So,
Yeah.
so, so me personally, like me say, when me out, when I leave my house, I leave my house in the mood I want to be in. Seeing, may I look up because I'm looking at the TV. I may watch the TV because the TV is
Me know,
much bigger than
no
the
say that
phone.
the other one. No say that
the
the
phone,
other.
the phone bigger than the
The
TV. The
TV,
TV bigger than the phone.
the TV,
The
So
TV bigger than the
that's why
phone.
me I look up. But yeah, man, you have to control and my wife is this type of person who she's very balanced, right? She gets every female is emotional, but when she see me get into my mood, and I used to get into some wicked rage, and she's like, "Oh, why you going, sir?" I'm looking to myself and I say, "Why am I really? I'm going something true."
Yeah.
And you come right down, you stop before you even start get angry, you stop and think about how do I feel about this thing? How do I feel about this thing? What do I do about this thing? And then your self conversation about not getting angry or not getting upset about what this person just do
Mm-hmm.
is enough to calm your nerves or your temper, whatever. So me I say,
And that's something that we have to teach our kids, right?
Oliver, what you say?
Because yeah,
eh?
talk to me, Oliver. Because that to me, like that's something that we have to
No,
teach our
me
kids.
understand what I'm saying. No. Trust me, no. It's not like I don't understand, you know. Saying we understand everything. But as I said to you guys, this is business, and you know, I'm gonna explain to you. Know.
I
If you chop off
understand.
the,
I
if
understand
you
his
chop off the head
business.
of a snake, and
Mm-hmm.
you take up your head, it like if you bite it,
Yes, still
because the
bite
life
you.
in the head, So
Yep.
you will never you dare say that,
But you
like,
could have gone more lighter with him. You never have to
say,
go
never,
whoosh.
never you dare say that. The OLD. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Put
Because
the
the
screen
same
back into the wall, man.
if me want to know if you know, this that as you know, remember,
Going,
if
going
I
off
want to have
where
arthritis,
you are.
Sir Winstone, you know this,
Yeah,
If
man.
I
Talk
want to
to.
have arthritis in this a finger, they repress it. So you can't trust it. Yeah, man. You
I
really
use the
don't
middle.
want the
If
one
if
to be in
arthritis
your
now one day,
lifetime.
use the middle finger, man.
Yeah, man. You can't use all them work the same.
Sir
All them work
Winstone,
the same.
no, and General no 22. No, you can't. You know, it's just like when Sir Winston said, it is difficult for no say you live right as I have a neighbor over there saying you know who your neighbor is. You
Hmm.
have to know who your neighbor is.
Yeah, man.
You have to know.
No, man. So I reached out to one of them, and I found out who he was, and I left him alone because me no need to deal with me no need to deal with people like that.
But at least you
So,
can tell your pitting them so no go around that
no,
the
man.
person there.
Me have one daughter, one single one, me one seed. I had a vasectomy 6 months after she born. Seeing, so no more, no more. One picnic. So if they ramp with her, me I go to prison.
But that me
Plain
I
and
say,
simple.
is that you, as we are talking about manners and respect, is like you as a parent, and I feel like we get so caught up in not getting involved in other people's business that we forget that other people's business is our business too, because we have to protect our own, right?
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah,
we
man.
get so caught up in saying, oh, well, this how many have dance every night. Well, your daughter or your son might be like them kind of vibes there. And remember, so them not gonna do it when you are looking at them. Gonna do it when you're not look, right? And if your neighbor is a predator, him gonna take advantage of the fact say him not gonna tell you so your daughter or son a sneak out late at night
Eh,
when you are asleep to come at the dance with him a keep because that him want, right? But if me know that is the kind of vibes where you are put out, then they gonna tell my people them say, yo, again, them gonna do what them want to do. I can only tell them what not to do, right?
Advice.
Me can only
right.
advise them what not to do. But if my neighbor a predator, him a go encourage them to do everything what me I tell them not to do,
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
right? Because it's yeah, as what them say, when there's something that is forbidden, that's what people want to do. Is when you tell somebody not to do something, that them are gonna do, right? Just like your kids, don't do, and that's one of the things. Like how we raise our kids was we never hide nothing from them, right? So they would never. There's nothing that they would want to try because
You already teach them.
yes, the information is there for them to see, right? We never block them phone from certain things or certain websites. No, I would rather because somebody go teach them, and I
Yes,
would
man.
rather I would rather me
Be the
teach
first
them.
to do it.
Yes,
Yes,
I'd
man.
rather me
Same,
teach
sir.
them than because if them I go school, them are gonna have friends where parents are irresponsible, and them are gonna have friends where where parents not block them phone, and them have access to all of the pornography and whatever it is that are gonna influence them. So for me, would I
Yeah, man.
rather them have the opportunity to see everything it's available to them because again, we live in the information, and I like one time where you could have really and truly control where your kids see, right? I don't care how
Social
much.
media give us a lot of
Yeah,
work to do.
yeah. At the times where we live in, so we have to adapt to the
Only for
times where
things,
we
only
live
for
in,
things.
and
Yeah,
Only
our
for
we
next
problems.
generation
yeah
is raised
we
by
we
technology.
yes we have to adapt to the times where we
But they
live in,
found
and
life,
and,
we can't
and
talk about
the
that.
only way we can protect our future generation is one,
Yeah, man.
be informed, understand what is out there. So me see a lot of people that say, oh, well, it's a technology too. No, you need to learn. You need to understand how technology work. You need to understand how YouTube work. whatever, X or whatever them call it now, you need to dip on them website there, build your profile on them website there, because that's what your kids are looking at,
Right. So
right?
um I
It's hard. It's a lot harder now, believe me.
so the way I parent, right? I parent as if I am still a child. Seeing? So if me see her do something, I don't say, boy, you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that. I'm like, yo, the pros and cons of doing this are X. Choose which one you want.
Hmm.
See me, I say, if you feel like walk out in the street and make your lick your walk, go on, because that's what you want to do. But if you want to be safe, you do it this way. And
Hmm.
there's no um hard and fast way, as far as me concerned, of telling a person how to do something, because the way how me stay, if you tell me say if you do it that way, me I go try find a different way if you do it. Or me I
And
go
that,
try find a way
and
to
your
do it
kids are
my
going to do the
way.
exact same thing.
Exactly. So when if I am like this, why shouldn't my child be like this?
Hmm.
See? So I give her the information what she need and make her make the decision.
Hmm.
See, hopefully she make the right decision.
Yep.
And so far she has made the right decision. Up
And
to up to 18, she's made the right decision.
that's all you can hope for, because as I say,
See?
you can only guide them. You can't make them make the decisions. They're going to make decisions them for themselves anyway. So all
Yeah.
you can do is guide them. Oliver, what you say?
Yeah, man, me here earlier where um what's your name? I think Study Bumper
Hmm.
was saying something about like me quite remember. It was something like where a child would be misbehaving. Me hear your talk, yes, Winstone. The child are misbehave and father is there and way. We see it happen all the time. And I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. When you see the parent get angry with you, the person who tell them about the child,
Hmm.
just simply know that it is a form of embarrassment that hit them in the face,
Hmm.
and they don't want to make it look bad on the child because them already know about the child. They want to make it look bad at you and attack you
Right.
because they are already embarrassed
Right.
by what's going on. It happened more than one time. It's
Hmm.
not you are the first person who says something to them about the same child. They know that they have a problem, you know. So it is embarrassing for them.
Hmm.
So before them take the embarrassment, them try to insult you as a person who see them and see the child and try to curtail the child. You see me I say?
Hmm.
It is simply that. Trust me.
and
Mm.
and and that's true. I honestly never even look at it like that. I'm glad you even mentioned that,
Yeah,
because,
man,
as
that's
what
a
you
good
said,
point.
that is a good point, because again, they feel embarrassed, but rather
Yeah.
than rather than correct the child,
Yes.
they chastise you
You.
for correcting the child. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because they probably feel like they have been doing everything they're supposed to do to raise the child right, and they never expected the child to act like that, right? And at the end of the day, again, pitney or pitney, right? Them are gonna do what they want to do until you correct them, you know.
True, 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 true,
So you have,
true.
as a parent, and we are,
But
we are all parents, and we have to.
we see children from back then, them not really behave like these kids nowadays, you know. I mean, no reason why, because it's more than one children are
Fred's room in the
mistake. It's
building.
not a children misbehave a certain way then. I mean, I say, why them? We start to
Okay,
wonder
go
for
ahead.
something where them a
I got it.
consume.
Go ahead.
We start to think all sort of way because
No, it's a
a lot of
phase. It's
people
a
here have a
phase.
problem with
You
them
have to
children,
go
you know.
through this phase.
Yeah,
Our kingdom, the
what we going on?
human kingdom is based on our offspring. Saying if
Blessings,
our
Rex.
offspring don't come, if our offspring don't come, there is no more kingdom. See, so it's a phase where the offspring have to go through. Because we used to rebel, we used to do all type of things too. But at the end of the day, we go back to the roots after we, especially when we start having children, we go back to the roots because we realize that our parents that tell us some things will make more sense now that we have a child than it did when they were just telling us as children. See? So we go back to that and we start teach our children now the right and proper way. Open the cup, let me see what in there. Control my cup.
Oh, you make it drip on me.
I know me, I know me. If it was me, it would,
Open it.
if it was me, all right would have spill on you.
See, Red's just touching that room. I feel like enjoying my ass. Who drunk already? Nobody in the drunk yet, no Red. Yeah, no,
But like me, I say
Sorry.
it's is the we have to understand say the our offspring are where we were at their stage. We did have little less distractions because me personally, I grew up in the 70s and 80s and 90s where there were
yeah,
no TV, there were no we get the first computer in 1994, and that was it 94? That was to send my brother to university in Kingston. So we didn't get that him take it and go Kingston with him. And we only get to play with it and when him come back on holidays. Right? So all we did was outdoor stuff. We run up and down, we play game, we play cricket, we play football, we play everything under the sun. See? Until now these kids them don't need them that little computer don't mean nothing because as long as them have a phone, they are entertained for 24 hours per day.
Shit.
24 hours. And
Shit.
we as the parents decide say him not trouble
life in
nobody.
Nadine. Bless up, bless up.
Him not trouble nobody and him this and him that. So we go left him on him computer and that is
Nadine.
worse for him. The social media and the computer and the phone is worse for the child than send him outside the bucking tool.
But you know, honestly, I don't. I agree with that to some senses, but I disagree with that in some senses because I feel like every generation have them thing, right? And I feel like as you know, when we were growing up, our parents, I said they probably said the same thing about we. I said them are the worst set of it them ever see. Because they don't want to do this, they don't want to do that. And now we are parents and we are look at our kids and their generation and what they have to deal with, right? And right now, our kids' generation is social media. And as we said before, we as parents have to adapt to what our kids are, and they're gonna have to do it when
Blessings,
them
Mama
get
Nadine.
when them have when them have kids themselves, right?
Right.
Who knows what them are have to deal with as parents. So right now, to me, is like it is our responsibility one to understand what our kids are going through, the environment that they live in, understanding what they're going through, and then guiding them through it. Right? Again, they're gonna make their own decisions, but we as parents have to take the responsibility to understand what they're. Remember, we talk about understanding. We have to understand what they are going through, the timeline that they live in right now. Right? 'Cause one of the funniest things I always tell people, you ever realize, oh, when you was a child, how your parents treat you, and then when you have grandkids, then treat them better than how they treat you.
Yeah.
And you have to
Yep.
yourself, say, well, lad, you wouldn't do that if to me, but that's
I have
adapt.
that same argument with my mum.
Yeah,
True.
that's adaptation over generations, right? Because and even when eventually we're going to be grandparents and our kids are going to say the same thing. They're going to be like, well, if that was me, you never do this to me, you know? So you're going to do this to your granddaughter because now the granddaughter is in a whole different category, you know. And as a parent, you have to be aware of the generational level that you're living in, right? Because at some point, right now, me over 50, and in I mean, none of my kids have kids yet, right? But at some point, I expect to be a grandparent. So I feel like by the time my kids have kids and become parents, and no,
You go, you
hopefully
go
I'll live long
mellow.
enough to be a grandparent. I still have to be adaptable to what my grandkids are going to the environment they're going to be living in, right? So me have to understand we are talking about some jazz jet. By the time me have grandparents or some jazz jets and thing we are talking
Red, red.
about flying
Hey,
cars and all that.
I don't know if you
Yes, sir.
there was
Yes, sir.
there was this Oprah episode with this white supremacist guy who had a daughter who decides that she want a black man and she married to a black man,
Mhm,
and they were interviewing the man after the child was born, and the dude was sitting there with tears in his eyes because he could not believe that after how he treated the child's father, that the child did not see him as anything else than his grandfather. And this child changed everything about this man, right? As his grandparent.
mhm,
So we, like I said, we have to know where we are coming from and know where we are and know where we want our children to be.
mhm.
That's all it is. We
And that's
come
Cheers.
what
from,
you saw Red say. Red said, we have every generation as we go along, we have to pay more attention. I feel like it's
yeah,
even harder now to raise a child because our parents probably have it a lot easier than we did growing children because now
they would not agree.
the influence, the information is so much more available than when we was growing up, right? As what me say,
Yeah,
my father said me go a country, me never have no electricity, me never have no running water, me have to go a river, go catch water and all and thing there. So me never really concerned about once me left Kingston and go a country, that was my environment and that's what me have to deal with. The difference now is that even if me send my kids to their grandparents a country, them still have the phone and them still have all the access to the information for them being.
right,
You see what
right.
I say? So we have to adapt to that, you know. And if we don't, then we are doing a disservice to ourselves and we are doing a disservice to our children because we have to accept the responsibility that we have to be involved, right? And it goes back to what I said about knowing your neighbors, all those little things where you never used to have to worry about, you know. When we are grew up in the 70s, 80s, we are talking about you can't leave your door open and you don't have to worry about nobody are broken in your house and all them things. You can't do that now.
You
And
can't.
and, and you can't be naive to that fact, right? Because I find that people are very naive to the real world. Like them want to believe in a better world, but the
Yeah,
world is not that
yeah.
way. You know what I
You have
say?
to be
We
realistic
we
about
have
where
this,
we are.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, we have this
You're
thing
right.
about you know what I say? Oliver,
Some people are still sleeping, man.
see, yeah, man. Them eye open, but them brain closed. You know what I say? Yeah, man. And you have to be adaptable to your environment, and you have to accept what. Cause I will say, God no give more than you can't angle. You know, them tell you all the while. You hear it all the while. They said the Lord will not give you more than you can angle. But the one thing the Lord always do, He put the information in front of you. I just what you are gonna do with it, right? Every day you wake up, you have to make a decision. And every decision you make is a fork in the road. And you have to make another decision. You continuously, throughout your entire life, we make decisions, right?
That's
Wrong or
true, man.
right, we always have to take the information that's in front of us Oh, Reds, blessings, my brother. Yeah, for the donation, blessings, my brother. But yeah, you have to take the information that's in front of you and make a life decision. Every decision we make is a life decision, you know. And until I feel like until people really and truly accept that, nothing will change because we have to accept the life that is given to us, and the decisions that we make influences how
True,
the directions we go in life. That's, I mean,
true, true,
really
true,
and
true.
truly, you know.
A reality, man.
Yeah, man.
People don't like your reality still, you know.
The,
That's
the,
how it go, you know.
the thing, is that it's I don't like talking to people that I agree with, because when we talk to people we agree with, we don't really reach nowhere in the conversation. Conversation stays one place. So you see when Special K come in and she threw her 2 cents in a ring, I feel good about that. You see me, because she challenged me to come up with something else.
Exactly.
And is this is my Saturday night now. For the next, as long as this tiki bar thing is going on, this is my Saturday night. So, like me said, me not have no friends. So this me I do Saturday night.
Well,
If
well,
I
you
me
have
I
at
win
least
stone
four
alone,
friends
the
right
fire,
there,
me
so
me and him alone I got talk.
you have at least four friends right there, so
You see what
but
me I
this is
said?
what
So
it is.
me I said,
This is look
if
at the
it's just the four
revolution. This,
people, me good.
this is the community. We have
Yeah,
to
man.
rebuild the community. This
We
is
have
it.
to we
We
have to
have to
Twinny,
upgrade
rebuild
and
the
upgrade.
Twinny,
community.
Twinny,
Huh?
and who made the rum?
Me don't know who
Well,
met the wrong twin. Me don't know.
for me,
Oliver, where you drink? That cup that look too brown, you know.
yeah, man, you know, say, some Kool-Aid me having it with
So
Jerry,
uh, with
Mr.
some
I
Ray.
see him.
American whiskey. Nah, man, American
I
whiskey
see
me
him.
I
I
drink.
see him cup
Oh
there.
yeah.
Imperial.
You gone overseas with the thing. Good old, you know. Good old.
Yeah, man. You
What
know what?
else?
Papa, you
Good
in
old.
England? Papa Oliver, you in England?
Good evening.
Mm.
Yo, Rez, step up to the bar, man. Why go on? Rez room
We
in the
need, we need
building.
we need a
Let me
different
come
perspective.
down.
We need somebody who don't agree.
Eh,
So there's no more respect. We want somebody who say all
Yeah,
respect is great.
let me come down and let Red come up. I'll be in the
No,
comments.
no, no. What kind of come down you talk about? What kind of come down?
I'm
Is gold
going
is go
down.
down, is not come down. Okay, what you talk?
Oh,
I'm
oh,
going
hey.
down.
Who met the
Cause
oh,
you ain't
respect,
around.
you know.
Baby,
remember me
Wait,
tell
my
you
let's go.
already,
whole
I still
world
get there. Wait.
upside down.
Leader, blessings. Thank
What?
you for checking in,
Hey,
leader.
somebody need
Leader,
to check our cup.
leader. I hope I pronounced your name right, but thank you for checking in.
Red.
You've been here the whole time. You can't believe you're there last 2 hours. So, hey, let's check out Leader channel. I don't know if Leader is a YouTuber or not, but Leader has been
Hi,
here since the
Viva.
start, and we're almost 4 hours into the bar, and
Me
we
no
are
know.
going
Hey,
good. We are going, we are going
3:35.
good.
You go well, man.
No, but as what me say, it's a vibe, man. It's
What's
almost
in
as
my
what me tell
cup?
you say,
Stays in my cup.
it's
In
it's
my
so
cup.
interesting when you can
I
you
drink.
can link up with people from different places and just have a good time. And this is what me learn this the reason honestly, the reason why me even come up with this concept about the tiki bar was because my travels. Like every time I travel to a new country, I go somewhere new where me just meet random people. And it's so amazing that you can just meet people randomly and have a good time and just realize that people have the same like mindedness as you are, even though them come from different places, you know?
True.
Yeah, man, it's so crazy. That's what Mr. say. As a person that has traveled the world, is this was a concept where me say, you know what? It's so crazy that you can just get people from so many different cultures, so many different places all over the world And the one thing with them have in common is them have a good art. Because when you have a good art, no matter what culture you come from, or what color you is, or what you look like, or how you was raised. Like me I always tell people all the while, good people are good people, bad people are bad people. You
True,
know what I
true,
say?
true.
No matter what kind of job you do, what kind of culture you're raised in, there's good people and there's bad people. And good people, I feel like good people always gravitate to each other. Yeah. Lynn say it right. Good people always gravitate to each other. Bad people, them just did it. And you have to accept the fact that there's good people and bad people. You know. You can't make an excuse, and that's the society we're living in right now. Everybody make an excuse for what them do. Right? People are gonna say, oh well, because him killed 100 people because him raising our bad. No, him kill 100 people because him want to kill 100 people.
Yeah, man.
So,
Yeah.
you know what I say? We
Because
live in a society,
him never have the village to help him to think differently
and I'm
about
not,
that.
and I'm not even the village. There's just some things the village can't help, and you have to accept that. You have to accept that. That's the thing. When I tell people all the while is
Right,
that
Mama
right,
you have,
right,
Nadine said,
right.
Oliver, so you
eh?
don't read the message. Where's your manners? Mama Nadine asks, where your manners there?
Let's see the message.
All right. Well,
You don't
Mama
know, man.
Nadine asks, where your manners there?
Well, yeah, man. I saw. Look, life is life, man. Now we have to just live it to the fullest, and we can't. As at the end of the day, we can't let people influence how we live a life, right? There are influences, but at the end of the day, you know what is best for you, right? What's best for you, what's best for your family, and again, yeah, you have to take certain things into account, but at the end of the day, you just live your life, enjoy your life, you know. Res- Respect goes two ways, right? The respect you give is the respect you get, and vice versa, right? And until we
And
get
you
back
don't
to
have to get
us,
it back either,
well, you're
You
not gonna
just
get it
make
back.
sure you just give it.
Respect where
You don't
respect
care if you
due.
get it back, you just give it.
Yeah, and guess what? When you give it, you're gonna get it.
Yeah,
Because
man.
to me, at the end of the day, unless you're just as excuse me language again from the life, but unless you're just an asshole, you can't be angry at a person who nice to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
you,
right.
you
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
be
yeah.
you can't be angry at a person who nice to you. Or just somebody will just come in and say, how is your day? Oh yeah, oh, everything good, yeah, all right. You know? To
Ask me
me,
nothing.
no, yeah. Should I ask me? Right? And then guess what? If you don't want me asking nothing, I just left you alone. And
Yeah,
you deal with your problems by yourself. Because
yeah,
at the end of the day, you was looking for somebody to help you out and somebody where you could have talked to, right? And you decide
yeah.
at that moment that, you know what, me don't want to talk to you. And that could have been the person as well could have
On
talked to
that
you at
note,
the ledge.
Winston, on that note,
Mm-hmm.
I've met people, total strangers, who just
Mm-hmm.
because me allow them to be themselves and allow them to talk. Them just need somebody
Mm-hmm.
to talk to, and all them want you to do is listen. There's no input, there's no nothing. You just listen to them, and when them finish talk, the conversation done. I've met people like this, and it changed them. It has changed. It changed me too,
Yeah, man.
but it changed
Of
them
course.
because somebody is willing to listen to them.
Yep.
Mama
So
And
Nadine,
that's what I say. You never
here you go, Mama Nadine. Take it. Take it, Mama Nadine. Take it.
it's a tragic the rum. I will make the rum.
you see how much you drink out of it already?
Wrong. Wrong. Wrong.
You see how much rum
Oliver,
to
you
drink
know
out
the
of it
late
already?
night go already now, Oliver. You know the late night go already.
Boy.
She go find me
Until
stand up on her
evening come by
doorstep.
night, we can't stay up on topic. as as much as we try, I feel like at the best part of the night, you know.
If I know Jerry a special K.
Oh Lord, not even talk about Jerry right now,
One
cause
special. Never
Jerry
two.
did not rear from last week.
Last week.
Jerry
Jerry
had
had
the
about 3 buckle.
yeah man. Jerry a par with Miss Ari and his nephew them last week. Them not different level last week. But that's how it going on. That's what me tell you, say boy. Me love the fact that we have built a community. You know, me don't know why Reds don't step up to the bar yet, but and
Shook.
Simone don't step up to the
No
bar.
shy
You know, so
red.
from here, yeah, from here around the bar, Simone don't step up to the bar. Reds don't step up to the bar.
She's not gonna step up unless I'm here. So let me go down.
Oh, Simone,
Yeah. Let me come down. I'm gonna come down so they can come up. 1 second.
because don't
Guys,
no
sit
man, me have
here.
space, you know. Me have space on the bar. Me can hold about 6 people at the bar, you know.
Trini,
Eh?
I said what I said and I said what I said respectfully.
You only have
Mama
step up
Lane,
so
I
you
love
can go
Big
drink,
up,
you.
bro.
big up
Look,
Papa
yourself,
Oliver,
special K.
Yeah,
look, you
man.
only have,
love
you only
you,
have
Yeah,
step up
man.
so
Papa.
she can go drink some more.
All
Right,
right,
That's
bro.
my
all she do.
me I
You
Okay.
know what she
come
do, you know.
down. All right.
A rum
Look
shaka
what
drink.
okay,
A rum,
guys.
a rum shaka drink. Me know you do that twin. Me know you know.
No wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with the rum.
Just drink your rum and go on in your bed.
Nah, nah.
No, she not garbage. She not garbage. She's gonna drink
I,
some more rum and cause more problem.
Don't get
yeah,
yourself in no trouble,
no
that's all.
problem.
Woo!
No drinking and
What?
riding. Sorry, no drinking and driving.
Driving.
No driving is going on around here. I like to drive stick though. I do
No
like a
Eh?
drinking
stick.
and riding.
I like to drive a stick. What's wrong with riding a stick?
Lord have mercy. See there now?
Look, yeah.
The most broomstick, you go sweep out your
Manners.
house.
Where is your manners?
Eh?
Sweep, you go sweep out your house with the broomstick, but the drive stick.
Reds. Reds, step up to
Manners.
the bar, man. What go on?
All right, take care. Mhm.
All
All
right,
right.
twin. Me know you're there in the background still. Reds, step up to the bar, man. What go on, brother? Saliva, what go on? Where your ends there?
But there, man, for the ends are good, man. Everything good. You see it?
Yeah, man. I'm glad someone to check in, man. That's what I'm telling you. Say this is
Me,
me
me,
love
me,
the
me, 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 me kind of, me have to ease that. When me see things like this going on, me have
mm,
to, it's like a same event me there because me come off a battlefield.
yeah. See,
Yeah.
ninja man, step up.
Lord God. That
But that's
Winstone,
why that's
know,
look. Let me tell you something, man.
it's a
Me
good
love
program, yeah.
me love the vibes, man. Me love with all of the negativity what I go on. It's always a good vibes, you know. It's always a good vibes. Me love the interaction. Me love the facts, because as what me tell you, say, from doing different lives and yeah, just do I get the opportunity to really interact with people, right? And me see I do more lives now, Oliver. Me see I do a lot more lives now, and
Yeah, man, people are telling me to come out,
mm, so, but it's just me understand the situation, and as what you said, there's so much disrespect out there right now, right? Where everybody just me don't know. Me don't understand the levels of disrespect and why it is that we can't just have fun, you know? That
Yeah,
that 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 is the thing what to me is like we have the opportunity, we have a platform where we can help people, we have a platform where we can just have fun,
Educate.
educate people, you know, and do all that. And it's like I feel like there's so much everybody just focus on the negative. Again, the negative things sell. And that sell, it kind of crazy
Yeah, man. Yeah,
yeah,
how the
man,
man.
I
negative
tell you that, man. And I like you tell, man.
yeah
Negative
man.
thing, tell.
It's
And
self.
me see it over and over happen. Because you would dead a good and asleep,
Mm.
and nobody not see you. And you the on the radar I go and build. And all of a sudden, bam!
Drop off our bed.
Yes,
Come on, for the bed.
Drop off our bed and everybody see us start laugh.
yeah, yeah. And when you see it for what it is, it's not that you won't, it's not that you wouldn't want to just chill, But when you realize that nothing ain't go on, you have to just make something go on.
Yeah.
You have to just, it might sound away, but you have to just
A
make something
serious
go
thing,
on.
though. No, a serious
You know,
thing, man.
yeah, because me do YouTube straight. Me not do welding like that again. Me do YouTube straight, so me just have this as a part of my job. So when people tend to interfere with the job, you have to rebel
Yeah,
because your job,
defend it.
your name is
Mm.
important. Your name is important.
You have to fling
Yes.
big stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when me see this now, have you lost respect and manners and Ray. When me see the topic, me I say blouse and skirt. Me talk go down in my brain and know when me I say blouse and skirt on the for sure what made up the car. More time me honestly not really have no respect, for certain object, but it is just what it is, and we are grow up and know one thing, but sometimes it feel a way because it's not that is not the way you really grow.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if you want to use the word really, but but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you can't really too look soft and behave like you're soft to the thing. You
Yeah,
know what
and
I
some,
mean?
you know what? Sometimes you
Yeah.
have to
But
just,
me definitely not
sometimes you have to
really
say what you
like
have to say, yeah, man. Sometimes you
me
have
not
to say what you
really.
have to say. Sometimes you have to
No,
say what
so
you have to
as
say.
as adults, right?
And the thing
As
Mm-hmm.
about it,
as
Bridget, I'm scared. I know what I'm scared about is meeting other people who you might not even know deeply dislike what you're doing, but them deal with you. That is what I'm scared about. You see me I say?
Mm-hmm.
Because you when you do a thing, other people been feeling hurt
Reds in
about
the
it.
room. Reds in the room.
You know?
Go on, talk, Oliver. Go on.
But what they're gonna do? What you're gonna do? You see, if everybody could have combined and know that, listen, we are got, if his money is the problem, then let us say,
Mm-hmm.
if everybody would have combined and we just make the content them the way all them is, everybody nice.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't see it that way there. You know,
But you know what?
when you
One of
make
the
good
things,
content, real authentic content, you ain't getting that support, Bridget. You're not getting that. But as soon as I drop off of the bed,
no,
everybody
you have
laugh.
to act a fool and put out some foolishness what people what the
That
uneducated
sells.
few
Mm-hmm.
are going to gravitate to. But when you put out the real stuff, the real thing, what makes sense, and teach people something, nobody don't want to see that.
nah gonna away.
Somebody want to see
Nah
that.
gonna away. I
Yeah.
mean, hate it, Bridget.
Some of the
Why
biggest
me not?
videos about controversy and who not like who and who hate who and who this and who that. I don't give a
I saw you go viral.
I don't care
Nah,
about that.
Bridget. We put out good
Me tell
content
you
out
say
there. Nah
me you
gonna
see
away.
as long as me like my video, I don't care
Problem
who
go.
like it.
Right.
See me I say,
Yo,
me
Reds.
don't care
Reds in
who
the
like
room.
it.
Reds, my brother. What go on?
Big up yourself, Red. Say
White,
something.
white,
Welcome, General. Welcome.
white smoke, man. White smoke. You know what it is. So, first of all,
I
gentlemen,
steam that, I steam that.
can we talk about Mr. Winstone's Flintstone ribs today or what? Where the man get them kind of Flintstone ribs from, Bridget?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
man.
I'm looking at this thing and I'm saying, where is this guy gonna put this piece of meat, guy? This don't make
Yo,
no sense.
you know, see the amount of deer them are run to my backyard. Where you think me get them ribs there from?
You better change that shirt, man, because that shirt has a poor deer on front of it.
Yeah.
Hey, Winstone has some nice coolest shirts, you know. He need to print them and start send them out.
Yeah, man. We can do it for two, man.
No, man, there's some great topics you guys are talking about. Yes, definitely as parents, you got to look out for our kids. The times have changed. It's not the same. Remember, our parents used to worry about us just being outside and, if we're going to twist an ankle or get a scratch. Nowadays, these kids got to worry about things that are deeper mentally that can harm them in a way that can't be reversed.
Special case.
100%. 100%, brother. 100%. We can't
So
do
let me know
special.
who's on the live. This is my first time coming up here. Who's on this live so I know
So
what's going
you
on?
got you got
You see a
Oliver.
man in a yellow shirt. Who's in the yellow shirt? Oliver, that?
That's Oliver.
Yeah,
All right,
man.
Oliver, big up
Salute the
yourself.
name.
Oliver
Big up
Respect,
yourself.
Lightning.
man. Manners, you
One
know?
and only.
Manners.
And then right next to him is Clark Legacy. That's
All
Brian.
right, Clark, big up yourself, Brian.
Yeah, man.
Legacy 876.
So
Out of Mobile.
make sure send the link up, Make sure send the link up because
Yeah, man, we're good.
I think everybody has
I take three.
a blue jacket so them can link up. But yeah, man,
That light that you see in the background
everybody
is
here
the light that you see in the background is thunder. Okay.
you sure it's a thunder or one
I
lighter.
never see red lightning yet. Red thunder yet.
Tiki bar is on, baby. Let's go.
Yo, so Oliver, you see
Yeah,
Reds have a nice content as well. So make sure you link
yeah.
up with him because Reds have this thing where him do ninja raid. I me never know about this thing. I just recently me find out about it. But Reds do a ninja raid when you dip on him live, him basically say, all right, we go find a channel what them live right now, and
Mm.
him gonna do a raid. And basically you type in ninja raid. Everybody with the on the theme live go over to the next channel and just raid up them channel and support them.
Well, let's straighten this out, Winston. First of all, it's not
All right,
mine. It's
all
not
right.
mine.
Explain
Okay.
it. Me soon come back.
So the raid feature is something. The raid feature is something offered by YouTube that when your live is finished, you can select another person in your community or whoever you want to send all your team to that live, right? So I learned how to do it from Goga, and I've been using it, and other people in our community also use it as well. This is how we support each other. So say I have 20 people on my live right now, and they're all done, and the conversation's about to be over, but we see somebody else's live that's in our community. I can set it up in a way that it'll send everybody. Once I end the chat, it'll send you automatically over to their live. And then all of a sudden, when you're on your live, you're gonna see like 20 people show up all at once. And sometimes we type in raid commands. My raid command is Ninja Raid. So when you see Ninja Raid, everybody that comes over to your channel is gonna type in Ninja Raid and it's gonna flood your chat. And you're gonna think something's wrong, but that's support coming your way from another channel. You understand?
That is cool.
Understand, man. Understand.
That is very cool.
Yeah, it's a very good feature, guys. If you want to support each
Last
other
time
and
you see
keep each
something
other
like that,
engaged.
last time I see something like that, and I have to ask the brethren, I have to call him on the phone and I say, yo, how we are going with? You know, see, like
So I
2,000
don't know Stone
2,000
Gods.
people come and
My money
rub it up,
done.
Mr. So,
My money done the last beer. So when my beer done, the party done and I'm going home. You need to
Hold
make
on,
sure
I
the
want to hear. I want to hear what Mr. Yellow Shirt was saying for a second. Hold on. You were saying you had 2,000 people showed up on your raid one time.
yeah, man, for one thing, when my brethren that up for me one night time, it's it.
Yeah.
I think of something, well, I don't remember, but him do something, though. And I must have, what people start coming, I mean, I don't know where them people
Yes.
come from.
Yeah. You got a raid. You got a raid. So what did you do when that
I'm
happened?
sorry.
No.
Huh?
What me do?
Yeah.
What me do? Me do just sit back. I feel nice.
Oh man. See, but that's what it was meant for. It's meant for you to feel appreciated by your community and by your people. Right? And people like to see you excited when they come to your channel and see you all excited because it brings that joy. And that's why that raid is good for people. Some people, you'll go to their channels with a raid and they won't acknowledge you at all. That's not the kind of people you want to ever send a raid to again either, right? You want to send it to people who will appreciate these people coming to your channel and checking you out.
True.
Yeah, man.
I'm in Bay, Jamaica.
I love the vibes, man. I love the community, and that is what we are building, is a community. That's what I like about the Tiki Bar, is that anybody can come on the live and just express themselves and be honest, right? And I have really and truly
Man, me
noticed
can
that.
yeah, man, big up to Red Stripe, man.
Yeah.
Big up to the medication too, you don't know. And
Yo,
big up to the Flintstone ribs, them.
yo,
Hey,
hey,
my
hey,
man, we
Reg,
gonna look with so
Reg,
yesterday when I see put the ribs upon the knife, you know. Me, I say, yo, what the hell is going on with these ribs, man?
Yo, I know just me then. It's not just me.
If I was close,
Judging.
you'd have to pull up.
One time I say Winstone and do some things, you know what I mean though? But just go up on there and look and see that him a go on. Me just put on your phone. Me no bother look on there again. Me when the video done.
Can't bother.
Man,
ah,
ain't food look good.
what me tell
When
you,
it
Yo,
say
comes
food,
to a food
food
truck
for
of
right
Jam,
Jamaica,
Winstone.
food look
And
good.
food for,
Winstone, me gonna tell you the truth. And with that all, we not have Wanga got in about me that look a visa fast when me see a go with that thing.
Me have one go to them, their food there. What do you? Me have one go to them.
hey, you know what say? Me I talk to
Sorry.
Jerry. Me I talk to Jerry the other day, Jamaica shore fishing, and he must said to me, say, boy, me fi set up a cooking competition in a
See?
Jamaica for all of the YouTubers them will cook.
Yeah.
And me I say, all right. That's something we are think about it. We are discuss it still. So
It's a good idea. It's a good idea, man.
I
Yeah.
feel like that would be a nice. We have to find like the right location and everything still, but I feel like that would be
We have
a
enough
good
location we
opportunity.
can do that, man.
Yeah, man. We just do it with them do cooking competition over here all the
Whole heap
time
of
still.
riverside,
You know?
whole heap of eastside.
Yeah, man. And
That'd be
then
a great idea.
you bring your own seasoning, and then the guests them come in, and you know
Yeah. Yeah.
we can hold a dance, a old school dance. Because nothing that you know them to dance at Jamaica no more.
You know that would be
Do it, you know.
Signature
great pitch for a resort.
We do
A
it, you
great
know, but
pitch for a resort.
you see when the youngster them take over the juggling, that's when people like me go on my yard, because when the youngster them take over juggling, it don't
Mm.
make sense
Oh
anymore.
yeah. Music not
True,
But
make
true, true.
sense.
we do the party thing the same way, man.
Eh?
We do the party thing same way, man. We play whatever music we feel like play, loud music as much as we might have a one monitor box or a one boom box and we connect to it and thing, but most of the time that's how we party. So me at least, because I don't out much.
Yeah, man. Remember when them used to world dance? Remember how them used to have a baby birthday party and it turned a big dance. It used to be like,
Yeah, man.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
baby
Yeah.
a two
Facts.
year, baby a 2 year old, and them a keep birthday party, but them have bar set up and liquor sell and all
Yep.
them thing.
So see
Yep.
you
There's
play.
always business. Always
Yeah.
business.
Black people mentioned.
And that's what I tell people otherwise. So Jamaica's not a normal place, Jamaica nice. Yeah, man. Jamaica is not a normal place, man. Because where in the world you can go is a 2 year old birthday party and
But
it turned a big
Winston,
dance.
hold on, man. We were doing that up here from a long time. It's
Yeah,
not just Jamaica. It's not just, it's black people. That's what it is, bro.
then do it that way in
Black
Canada
people
too.
tradition.
It's just
One,
black people. No matter where you go, they turn everything into a party. What you mean?
Everything is
the black
a
people
big
get it
party.
from Jamaica come from.
Okay, hear this one. Hear my story now. Hear my story now. A virgin of mine dead. We bury him, and you know when we bury him in the church, you know what everybody was doing? Drinking and partying in the church, outside the church. So that they don't care.
That sound like 9 night. A 9 night that.
Yeah, see,
A 9 night that.
the preacher and that man, they were trying to run us out because it smelled like white smoke in the whole entire church. Nobody cared.
No, my
A
God,
man,
bro.
I'm man outside I sell liquor and peanut and all them
Everything,
things there.
Yeah, man.
everything, everything.
They let
Because
it sell
remember,
and dope and
you're
sell and
supposed to
sell
look
and
at death. You're supposed to look at
sell
death as
and
a celebration, right? You celebrate all the good things that had happened when the person was alive. So all
No,
you gotta
no,
tell me I can't drink or smoke.
now give everybody a disclaimer, right? Right now, a late night bar this, so we already discussed the topic already, so everything goes right now, you know. Every everything goes right
Descends
now.
into chaos.
A late night bar right now.
It descends into chaos.
The
The
real
bar
rummed
is
them
open.
there now, you know.
But Winston, seriously, those Flintstone ribs, Brethren, I don't know what you
Yo,
were doing. I saw one, then I saw two, then I saw three. I'm like, where is this guy getting this meat from, man?
I, I six of them we do, but food. Let me tell you, say food for them, man. We don't. But
And the
here's the
sample
thing.
plate. Hold on, let's talk about the sample plate. That is not a sample plate, Brethren.
I le-
Or what kind of sample plate that?
I learn sample plate.
Oh my God.
Hey, it's
I
a
learn,
thing, because when me and my wife met, right?
Yeah,
I would be cooking for the two of us, and she'd be
mm,
yeah.
wondering why I'm cooking so much food, and I'm like, in case somebody pass by and need some,
yeah,
because
man.
that's how
Nice,
my
nice.
parents cook.
Yeah,
That's how my
mentally.
parents cook. They cook enough so if
a lot of
somebody was passing by and need some food, then I get some.
Yeah, let me
a
tell
lot
you
of our
something.
parents
Even now, see, a
was
while
like,
ago, there's just the two of us here, and I cooked a whole chicken
mm,
But
just
yeah, man, yeah,
just for the two of it. The rest is
yeah,
still
man.
there, but I
Yeah, but
mean,
let me tell you,
somebody might
if the
pass
two of
by
you
and
can't
want
finish a whole, if the two of you can't finish a whole chicken, something wrong with you.
no, no.
some.
Let me tell you something. You see
Yeah, you're
my
wicked,
mother.
man.
You see
You're
my
wicked,
That
mother.
man.
man said,
Me get it from my mother, you know. You see my mother. You see my mother cook. All kind of neighbor. Me tell her all the while. Say, come like say a smoke signal. She has them. Cause as soon as she start cook,
Yeah.
people show up at the yard.
it's true.
I come eat food. I just saw it go still. Cause you
No,
never
Yeah,
it's
know
true.
who
It's
man.
will
true.
come.
That's
Is
true.
a
Yeah,
is
man.
a is a is a is a thing that I wish would come back. I wish that would come back where people would just pass by your house and stop by and eat a food and
You
we
know,
chat
I don't
and we
want no,
laugh
I don't
and
want nobody pass by my house no
You
more. I
saw me
can't trust
twin say
nobody no more.
no
food for
man,
them.
no, the people who pass by you will know is the
Yeah,
point.
you
You
can't
will
trust
know
people no more.
it will be the village.
The
And
only
that's
way you
that's
will
why the
see,
village don't work because the village don't trust
Yeah,
the village.
exactly.
Yes,
you will,
The village
the
don't
village
trust
get
the
mashed up.
village.
It get
you
mashed up
will
long
see
time
that,
ago.
you will see that, but just come down from foreign. You will see it
No man,
until you
trust
go
me,
way
man.
back.
We're gonna make a trip and we're gonna do something nice, man.
When
We're
you
gonna do
come
something.
down from foreign, when you visit
That
your
all.
Mm.
parents, you visit your people, them. You know, cities like that, everybody unite, and when you're gone, people now unite again.
Facts. That's
Yeah,
straight facts.
yeah,
No man,
Everywhere.
Yeah,
a serious
the
thing.
great
we see
unifier,
something.
the great
We see
unifier
something.
is
We,
funeral. That's the great
I'm
unifier.
not sure if whosoever might travel down to Jamaica is somebody who is highly respected in the community. And when certain things are go down, them maybe just quell and just chill and everybody good, everybody nice. You see, when you take
Mm.
back your plane and go back America, they are anywhere you want to go, I'll be a problem again.
A
It
war
happen.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it happen. It happen. That man did not chat to that woman, that woman did not chat to that woman. So, just, but when you come down, everybody live in harmony.
You
We see
see,
that.
Actually,
which
you
Sounds
a
like
Jesus.
sounds like a church.
Are you a Jesus, man? Are you a Jesus or unify everybody?
but it's kind of crazy when you think about it, right? That
Yeah, man.
we can get along when we want to get along, right? And then we just create this unnecessary problem that is non-existent because we just feel like it's a problem, and we just need to be negative to one another, and it's unnecessary. It's not
Some
necessary.
people are just too red eye Winston. They just can't stand to see what you have or can't stand to see you living better than them. And they
Yeah,
just want to do anything to bring you down, but you know what it is,
yeah,
right?
man.
Some people
Crab,
just don't have that. They don't have a clean heart, man.
yeah, man. Crab in a barrel. Crab in a barrel.
Yeah, I'm in
So,
Kingston already,
so
A link a virgin. Sorry, yes. Link a
what you
virgin
telling
and
me?
link a virgin for the it's most companions and come build back for the day. I don't know really a go on. But my me did me say like about 3 container park on one little avenue. And then when me notice, me see people a move fun and I move away, you know. I say, wait, I want to go on, but me I observe. Because it's a rough neighborhood, you know.
Yeah.
I have a street where they are so where them are worried up the sir now, up the sir worried down the sir. Now me can tell you something. It's when the container bus, me say
Everybody a
bike,
friend.
bicycle, clothes, everything, shoes, everything. Barrels on top of barrels. And you know, so the man and them up there now agree, you know. Before you go far, you know. I saw the man there, you know, and fly them container there. The man I send message, go up the road, I say, listen me, you are if you done. You could done with it.
Yeah, man. Just for
Life
today.
can make, man can go far and make things happen, you know.
Yeah.
And brethren, the man share up the road. The man say, yo,
No
tell the
way.
man up
No
the stuff to
way.
send everybody come eat. The
Mm-hmm.
man have about 7 pot of food for one blouse and skirt.
That's
For some
huge.
store there, man, I'm tell you, say the whole place is a joy. And from that, you know, then top war, and then a war again in a brethren.
Nice, 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 nice.
Man, them no war again in a brethren. And anybody broke the peace, you know, it's a problem that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Because
that
see,
makes
when they left
sense.
the war and go foreign, he go see say foreign different in a them time. He see say he think different and I say, blow, but man can live, man.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Foreign
Hurry up,
change up a
Uncle.
whole heap of youth
But that's just
lifestyle.
Hurry up.
but
Ready.
that just shows you how simple it is when it comes to unity, right?
Yeah,
It
How
shows
man.
you how
Yeah, man.
simple,
simple it
how
is.
But
simple was
that's
that?
not
Simple.
unity though. That's
Yeah.
not unity.
Simple.
It's
That's
like
people.
people mindset.
That's like getting your
Yeah,
chickens in a row and they just throw your feet and them rope the way you want them to
yeah,
rope.
yeah.
That's not unity.
Yeah,
That's as soon as the food done, then go start fight again. That's
Then
not
fight
man.
unity.
again,
Mm.
right?
Well,
And to
that's
me,
not what we
it's
wish.
just
That's not what we wish, right? But we hope
And when you
that
check and
yeah. We
start,
hope.
that
Yeah.
move right there. We hope that move there kind of waking them up to show them say,
well,
yo, that's unnecessary. But I hear you
people can
because
live,
desperate
man.
people will be desperate people. When you're hungry, you're hungry.
Yeah,
I get it.
and once they're getting handouts, they always
Yep.
look for handouts.
Is
That's
or
Yeah.
what they'll be looking
cut a door
for.
frame.
So as long as somebody's gonna pay you to not
I have
fight,
to fill it in again.
you're
That's
going to
how
not
I'm
fight
doing
until they stop paying you, or until they
Yeah,
can't pay. Then you go start fight again because you want them to pay you to not fight.
and
But
you have to eat.
it shouldn't have to be that way where you have to, because to me it's like it's already in your heart to not be to not have conflict, right? And it's amazing as what you say what it takes for people to come together,
Mm.
and then them can come together one day. And to me it's like if you can come together one day under one roof with no problems, what is the problem with doing it every day? That means that
Exactly,
Exactly.
Yeah.
you
Exactly.
exactly,
never really have no problem, you know.
exactly.
We say, yo,
If I can get over myself to talk to you, why can't I get
What
over myself all the time?
exactly, right?
boy, rough, you know. Because in that time, there, you know, when man could have travel, go foreign, one kind of way, and, you know. A man I say, yo, me no want to me I do this is like gonna feel like we can show you the gateway, you know. That's how come the gateway open and people are eat and I take care of them neighborhood, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you see that way I talk about
Mm-hmm.
that way I talk about Kingston culture. Mobile
Nobody
don't
say no
have that
more, man.
culture.
You know
Mobile don't have that
exactly what I
culture.
want.
You understand what I say?
You know
Mobile don't have
exactly
that
what I
culture.
want, young.
Kingston culture that.
Yeah,
So
man.
if the man, you see how Mobile stay, you see if the man them not like them one another, there is
Mm.
nothing you can do to fix it. See me I say somebody have to dead, right?
Money
And
up
we
with
have
it.
to get to the point where the man them
Jesus
stop
Christ.
like them, stop dislike them one.
Well, I tell,
That's what we
I
want.
tell, yes,
But hey, Brian, you know what crazy? Me a Kingstonian, you know. And as I
yeah, the
tell you, say,
man
my
say,
born and grow out
"Don't
house.
do that."
And back in the them days there, Kingston was everybody fear Kingston. And it's crazy to believe that people fear Montego Bay more than they fear
People
Kingston.
fear
Cause
Montego Bay. No.
it crazy.
Go Kingston. Me go Kingston. Me there on Spanish Town Road and me I talk to one lady and she I say, Mom, you ain't come from? And the way she start going with that thing, so we go kill her same place. You understand what I'm saying? And this is in the middle of Kingston, where all the crap happens.
Yeah,
You see
man.
me? I say, so is the ease that these guys have of getting the resources that they have, and
Yeah.
remember
I think
one
it
time
does fall down to resources in that
no,
area.
yeah, they get. Remember one time gangsters used to them used to have a rob and with their knife long time before them could have own a gun. And once you own the gun, you are the boss. Now every single body can buy one because it's
Mm-hmm.
Like,
easy to just send somebody
everybody
go
at the
over here.
boss now. So
You can
nobody
send
not,
Mm-hmm.
over
not
here to
talk
go buy a
again.
gun. See me, I say it's everybody at the boss because everybody have a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See me, I say, and
At
what
different
they don't
times we live in a
understand.
month.
At different times. What they don't understand is no matter how much time you shoot a person, at one time him are dead. But
Yeah, and I like
you are
TV.
going to die when them shoot you.
Mm-hmm.
See me, I say?
Yeah.
Them don't think about, nobody thinks about getting shot. They only think about shooting people. And the moment you stop thinking about getting shot, you are going to lay yourself careless and you go get it.
But
See me, I
it's just
say?
crazy to me. It's just crazy to me that people
Your specialty are very bad.
and I just Jamaica, even up
No,
here
it's all over the
all
place
over
right
the
now,
world.
man.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
over the
Yeah,
world, right? All
yeah.
over the place right now.
It
And
is, it
then
is.
people have
Big
these
up
J
J
Bud.
Bud. Big up
Blessings,
J
J Bud.
Bud.
Blessings, J Bud. Welcome in. Yeah,
Yes,
man.
George. Welcome. See ya.
Hey,
Yo,
Winstone, this look like about 4 more hours,
why?
Because it's a different thing we start but now.
Look,
Yeah, yeah.
me just tell Lynn to go warm up some of the ribs to me, So me not there about, bro. I there half an hour. So
Another 4 hours, you talk about half an hour.
I bleach, we are bleach. I bleach, we are bleach. Yeah, yeah, man. It's just it's the world we live in right now. You see what I say? Because it's crazy how we can, as we talk about unity and helping each other and doing the right thing. Because
But sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, Winston. But you remember what you were talking about earlier, right? About what these kids face nowadays compared to what
Man,
we
J Bud.
faced
Big up
then.
yourself.
This is a perfect example of what we're talking about. So much distraction, so much information, and they have access to so much more things that this is why
Yeah,
it seems like they're just acting careless,
yeah.
carefree, no responsibility. They just want everything easy because this media thing has put it in their head that you can get it easy.
Hey, I've
oh
seen
yeah,
a grown man sit down and cry because he can't live the life that Jay-Z is living.
Yes,
Grown man.
yes, grown man. What kind of thing that?
And no, what he didn't realize that Jay-Z put 30 years into his lifestyle. 30 years. And he did
but
something in those 30 years. You
oh,
are now 2 years into your life and you want to live that way. It can't work. They
Can't
don't
work, brother.
understand this. It can't work.
Never work.
well, look, as when we tell people all the time, people see where you are now. The people don't see what you did to get where you are. Is what I say?
Uh, yeah, man.
People, people see where you are now in your life. They don't see what you had to do to get to where you are now,
Exactly.
right?
That is
Exactly.
it.
Exactly.
And that is the big difference. It's like everybody want to be what them say. Everybody want to be rich, but they don't want to put in the work.
So
No.
Winston, are you saying
No,
that people never knew you when you had sardines and rice compared to your ribs
I
now?
think Peter Tosh
Huh?
said it
Wait,
best.
wait,
Peter
wait,
Tosh
no,
said
so
it
hold on.
best when
Where's
he
the
said,
red? Where's the red?
It's sad. So you might people don't know you from the sardines and rice to your
No,
Flintstone ribs now.
yo, yo, they don't know when me I sell
I right
buckle.
where you set it
When me,
and
they
put
don't
it.
know when me I
What me I
sell
tell
D
you.
and G buckle, and I run and I run both with curry chicken buckle and rice. Yo,
Special K.
me tell people, me tell people this. Yo,
Special K, no easy,
Oliver,
no
me tell
man.
you something. The one thing me can't tell people say, I tell people this all the time. The one thing about me, I know my culture. I have lived every aspect of Jamaican culture. and me can talk to it because me live it. You know what I
Yeah,
say?
yeah,
Me
yeah.
me 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 sell buckle, D&G buckle.
Oh
Me
God,
run
man.
boat. Me do everything. So there's a
All right.
difference when you yo Oliver. There's a difference when you live the life versus when you hear about it. There's a difference
Mm,
Yes,
when
there's
you
a big difference.
Yeah,
because
A
man.
big difference.
you
Yeah,
can
man.
relate. You can relate to people
yeah,
what have
man.
been through it.
Yeah,
You know what
man.
I
When
say?
they attack me, I look for myself as a young youth.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why it's so easy for me to help people that don't have
Yeah,
it because I understand
yeah.
what it is like to live in Jamaica. I understand what it is like to not have the opportunities. Even though as I said, Jamaica nice, right? Jamaica people are very hardworking. I work at Jamaica. I work at Jamaica. I work at Jamaica. I was down there for like 5 months working in Jamaica as a U.S. citizen, right? And one of the greatest joy to me was realizing that Jamaica never changed because Jamaican people are the most hardworking people, right? Them,
I
them
true,
go
man.
to school, them go to work, and them work hard. And
Me a
if you
content
if
creator
you
talk
if
like
you
you.
don't yeah, if you don't understand the culture, you don't understand how Jamaican people operate. We don't need nobody to take care of it. We're gonna work. We're gonna put in the work.
We are gonna move
You
to
know what
it.
I say that? Yeah. And we are very innovative people. We are the most productive people. Look, we spent 25 years in the military. I can tell you, some of the most productive people in the military, the U.S. military, are Jamaican people. They have brethren who I grew up with.
Turn on your TV. Turn on your TV.
You know what I say? That are productive to an American culture. But it no matter where we go in the world, Jamaican people have a mindset that is you can't duplicate. We 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 we,
No,
we, we we
no copy,
work.
no did it.
Yeah, man. We work, and when we see an opportunity for make our life better, we're gonna work towards it. We always have a goal, right?
Yeah.
And we always work towards it. And that is the reason why you see so many people gravitate to Jamaican people because one, we have the vibes, right? I'm gonna tell you, I can tell you this. From traveling all over the world, there's no country in the world have the vibes that Jamaica have. I can't tell you this for a fact. There's no
That's
country
all,
in the
man.
world that have the vibes with Jamaica. Jamaica have a different vibes when it comes to like me go to Trinidad, me go to Bahamas, me go to all these different places. But when we come to Jamaica, the vibes is different from anywhere else in the world. And that is a thing where as a country we should sell is Jamaican vibes. So
You should also sell that Jamaica has the highest freshwater content out of any island.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
man. Yeah, man. You can't find fresh water anywhere.
And you can't starve. You cannot starve in
No,
Jamaica.
everything is there, man.
You can't starve. Like literally everywhere you go in
Well, you
Jamaica.
can. You can. You
No,
can.
sir.
If you're
You
lazy. If
can't
you're
starve.
lazy. If you're lazy.
If you're lazy and you want to starve.
If you're lazy, you can starve anywhere. If you're lazy,
Right? What may I tell you? You can't starve in
I just
Jamaica.
climb
Yeah,
to a
man.
tree,
Yeah, man.
grab two
Yeah, man.
banana and eat. Nobody can
Yo,
stop me.
I work in land surveying, right? And
Yeah.
a lot of times we go straight bush. I mean, straight bush.
Mm.
I've been in the bush and hungry and buck up on one apple tree or a mango tree and one nice like that when you're hungry. You can't die.
But
You can't die
but
hungry.
a Jamaica alone you can't do that. That's what may I say. Because you what now. You can say you eat a watermelon or whatever. You eat a mango and you throw the seed and it drop in somebody yard in Jamaica. Unless somebody dig it up, that tree they gonna grow,
Yeah.
That tree that gonna grow. Jamaica is one
Yeah,
of the
man,
most
that's how Jamaica.
fertile. Yeah, man,
Jamaica
one of the
is.
most fertile places. The
Yeah,
biggest
you know.
problem with Jamaica, what me see is that if someone in your yard, and me know Oliver talk about it, is that people don't share like they used to share, right?
No.
So if you have a mango tree in your yard and the mango tree are bear fruit, it's bearing fruit, bearing fruit. You rather the mango then drop off of the tree and spoil
Mm.
rather than somebody
Hey,
come pick the fruit and eat
hey,
it. You know what I'm
you see
saying?
that? You see that video I did with picking the mangoes in the morning and the star fruit? You know what I do with them?
Yeah,
Me give away every single one of them because
yeah,
me
man.
one cannot eat so much.
Definitely.
And
You can't eat them.
my father used to do in farming, and him never used to sell him goods. When him go him grung and him pick what him pick, him just carry them and share it to the people around.
Yes,
Yeah.
that
So
is the
me I say,
Yeah.
and
community. That is the
what when
community.
when team thing go for beer, you can't you that think say gonna sell every gonna make some whole heap of money, but him just give it away. See me say? So and
Mhm.
I learned this. The more you give away, is the more you get. The more you give away, is the more you
The
get.
more you receive,
Yeah, man.
The more
absolutely.
you
I think
give,
that's
is the
Definitely.
true.
more you
I think that's
receive.
true too. 100%. That's true.
No, no time.
Yeah, man.
So them something there.
A
That is,
reality.
You
Who we attack?
give what you get. You give what you get.
yeah, man. God is love, and here's the thing: it's not just about giving; it's about giving from your heart.
Yes,
You
man.
see
Yeah.
what I'm
You
saying?
don't expect
Yeah.
nothing. You don't expect
Give
nothing back. You just want to
Yeah.
do it
exactly,
because I feel like
exactly, my
giving it.
brother.
Yeah,
When you
yeah,
give
man.
without an expectation of receiving, that is the
What is wrong with
greatest
Special
joy.
K?
That is the
My name is
greatest
not
joy in life.
Brain. Spell my name right, and you will get mango all you want.
Yeah, man.
I also send pineapple to you. Don't worry yourself.
Remember special care show we are back like this long, you know.
Yo,
You see
Remember.
what me I
let
say?
me tell you something.
Special K, I try cause some problem in the night,
You
what
see,
me can't fix.
I saw she go on. I saw she go on. I'm a twin still. Me love her, but me I tell you, when the rum kick in, we have to ask the question who made the rum. You know, Reg, you already know it.
Yeah, man. I know.
But here me I say, my thing is this. As what me I always say, me as a man, me learn over the years. Me understand to a point why, as people get older in life, why they have no problem saying what's on their minds, right? Because I feel like once you get to over 50, that's a milestone in itself. You know, you're like it's almost like you're up on the other side of the hill, so everything now is a downhill. You know, you
You
just
just become
enjoy life.
numb. You just
I have
become numb to everything.
yeah, yeah, but I have enjoyed my life. I have a mentality where I've always enjoyed my life. I've always enjoyed the opportunity where God gave me to be alive every single day, you know, and so forth. So watch out. Problem back in the building. Me think you
But
gone in
hold
your
up,
bed.
Fred, you're not reading the comments.
What? I'm
I
reading it.
can't see the comment. I can't see the
Fred
comment.
saying bless you to us, to you.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't see
and
any
you
of the
don't
comments.
read none of
I
our
can't keep up
comments.
with
What a
I can't
you?
keep up with the comments. Too
Special
much.
care getting in her
None of you
feelings
men
now.
have no manners on the platform.
Sorry, I don't even see the comments, man.
But you know no man as either, cause you just jump in just to tell a man say him not read the
Yeah, what
thing.
kind of thing
Hey,
that? What kind of thing that?
And cut
Not
off the
even like
person who was
flicker, nothing. Say
talking.
all this.
the man that
We
follow
don't even
Uber,
remember who was talking.
the only person that's reading and laughing is Papa Oliver. And he's just laughing, laughing, laughing. He's not reading the comments. You today, you're too rude and out of order. And Brian, I
What
want
you
some
mean? What you
proof.
mean me rule out order?
Me can't butt
Rude,
in the
no
big man them
manners. None of
argument
you
just
got no
like that, you
manners
know.
on this
Jesus
Hey,
system.
Christ, yeah.
what you need
Right,
to do
Brian?
is turn
Brian,
on
tell
Hey,
some
let
light.
me
Oh,
in, let me in.
here's
tell
more
You
them
need,
problems
story.
now.
These men have
you
no
need to turn
manners.
on some
Not
light.
you, not you.
I guess me now go to my bed tonight. Huh?
Hey. No manners.
They're not even looking at us.
You
They
know,
forget about us.
for real.
Oh my
Michael
God.
Jackson voice.
Special K in darkness, so we can't see her, so we can't forget about what we not see.
Yo,
Look,
yeah, you
look
have an
how they
extra,
make me
you
do
have an
my
extra
head.
stripe for
Look how
me.
me do my head.
Woo.
I need a red stripe.
And it, Sadiq. They
Look,
don't
Like,
business about we.
look. The
Is
best
that
thing about the red solo
there
cup, you
all
never
is
know
the
when I
ladies are
cup.
complaining in the comments?
there's
Uh-huh.
What?
there's
Fine Art
one
Jeb
child
is
left in
Special
her.
K come
complaining.
to take
Yeah.
Who's
over.
complaining?
Special
No manners.
complaining.
Don't you see?
Dory complaining.
It's
So,
special complaining.
so it sound like I don't woman them alone I complain. Right?
Yes,
That's
what me
all.
I
That's
say?
that's all I'm hearing. That's
Yeah,
all I'm hearing
man.
is bare
That's all.
complaints.
That sounds like
Bare
some
complaints
puny
ever since they
problem,
come
not
in the
our
chat.
problem.
Listen here now. Listen.
Uh oh.
Mm.
I'm gonna stick up a guada, so I go on.
Mm-hmm.
Want
You see,
everything.
you saw Oliver did quiet till now. Oliver did quiet, you know.
Yeah,
Here
let's
you
see
know.
it. Let's see it.
I say, you know, the
In a minute, in a
manners
minute.
prevail, you know, because the female them come in and we just stop talk.
Everybody get
Mm-hmm.
quiet.
Topic, manners.
Oh, manners.
Manners. Keyword
Ay,
manners.
ay, ay.
But you're dead right. As soon as the women them came in, the man them just lock mouth. They lock
We're
off.
trying to get Red's number one crown, you know, because
You
him say
know?
him have number one
Exactly.
crown.
No manners.
Look,
Oh, I still have the
Yeah.
crown. I still
Huh?
have the crown.
you still
Oh
have the
damn.
crown,
I
man.
don't know. I know special is number few.
Mhm.
Special have to donate a super chat to take that crown from me. She can't take the crown no other way. It's
Red,
the only way to take the crown.
Reds, stop budding up the water.
That is the only way to take my crown. Super chat and then take my crown.
You have
Other than
no
that,
manners. You ain't
talk
inviting
all
us
you
to
want
have
to talk.
dinner.
Man, a king,
Man.
ninja king.
No
Oh,
manners.
God. Where Patrice
Oh,
at? I miss
you know me
Patrice.
love.
Where's she at?
Jamaica,
You know, to make you ask
Jamaica.
She must
about
have
She's
been
there
working.
earlier.
already.
Yeah.
And I told her
But you know
to pack me in her carry on. Jeez, man.
But
Mhm.
Winston, you hear me?
yeah,
Winston,
yeah,
while these ladies
yeah,
are on the on the panel, remember what you were talking about a barbecue contest? Ask them how they feel. I think it's a great idea.
yeah, man.
Yeah, man, it's a great idea, man.
Of course, I'm gonna support my 21
Yeah,
million
man.
percent. He's a. I
Yeah.
don't even know why he's doing the competition because he done win it already.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I
You have
think he's just
no
doing the
and
manners.
competition.
that
He
me I
doesn't
go,
care.
and that me just
He
Red,
wanna
doesn't
say
care if he wins.
because
He doesn't care if he
me
red,
I
wins.
go
He just
win.
wants to know.
red. Let me
He
tell
got
man,
win
so
in
you have
his
no
name.
manners. How you just not know about the sample plate? You should
Huh?
have known about that long time ago. You have
Oh man,
no
Winston, yo,
manners.
yo,
Yo, who
mind how
don't
people
know
are
the
link up,
order?
right? Mind yourself. Mind how people are linked up. We're not like women who
Don't,
we meet each other and
don't
then the
let me
next
get
day we're
women
best
into
friends. It
you,
don't
you
work
know.
so. We have to get to know each other.
Don't
Oh,
let me get
But
oh,
women into
oh.
but
you.
think about
Yeah?
this.
Don't let me call out the
Look,
lioness.
if we have vibes them kind of way, can you imagine the whole of we in a one place?
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
No,
We
no,
would
Woo!
run
no,
wild in your
no,
backyard.
no,
Yeah, man.
Problem.
my only
I just
Somebody
outspoken
go
over
to
I
right
jail.
phone.
Trouble
into
the
Somebody
Tino
go
day.
to
Roman
jail.
and drink the rum.
Somebody
Trouble
go
I
to
go the
jail.
day.
Trust me. If the whole of we in a one place, somebody I go to jail. Me can guarantee
Not
that.
me. Maybe special.
Me prevented. No, we prevented.
I sir.
Uh,
Papa Oliver's
Yeah,
got
man.
my back.
Somebody I go to jail, man. Oh, yeah,
You get
talk
me?
about.
Papa Oliver's got my back. I don't need to talk. His mouth
Mhm.
leave for you see it there.
They
Don't worry
don't
about him.
sound. That don't
Oh, it's a
sound
finance said that
safe.
not sound safe. Says it not
Of
sound
course,
safe.
fine. It don't
Mm-mm.
sound safe,
So
does it?
she has said the whole of we can do in a one place at the same time. That's what she has said.
of course we can,
No,
and
man,
plenty
we
more.
can be, man. We
And
have the
then
enforcers, you know. Me
and then
will be the
Jerry J.
enforcer,
Yeah, man.
cause
Oh
All
me
yeah.
right.
me no want
Security
be
I got
embarrassed, you
tight.
know, so me be the
Real tight.
enforcer. Cause me will drape up boy, I can't go through him in a one car back.
I you don't know the community of your back, you know. You know that
Yeah,
already.
man, me
Mhm.
just so you know when I go to jail, me will body him up. Me will rough him up.
Oliver Nod.
Cause me Me don't want to go hospital. Me don't want to go jail. Then two places.
Mhm.
Yo,
We
trust
can
me.
enjoy ourselves otherwise from that.
Trust me.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. When I go through the police academy and them put handcuff on me, me never like the feeling. And me no want me no like
That
that.
feeling is woo.
Me no like that.
Mm-mm.
But me
That's
just
why
know
that's one of the
just
reasons
based
why I
upon
stopped
our
wearing gold chain.
conversation, I can tell you say we are we love the community where we are built. I love it. I love the support. I love the community where we are built because as what I said, we all our way of our life and we things happen and we have sometimes we have the opportunity to link up with
Red
one
light
another. But
special. I go on this stuff.
I feel like we make a effort for check in on one another, and make sure so
True,
everybody all
true.
right. And to me, that's the most important thing,
Yeah,
because
man.
you know me link up me link up Dory some most times special K always I send me a link for make me know say una do a live or something like that. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's a positive because we have built a community,
Yeah.
and we all have we
Ooh.
subscribers them and everybody just I feel
And
like
Winston,
positive.
the funny thing
You
is,
hear about the
what
song?
you're saying is we're building a community, but all of us come from different communities, and we're all
Yeah.
merging now.
Yes.
We're all
Yes.
merging into a larger
Yes.
community.
Yes.
So it's a good thing.
Yes.
Guys, you hear
And
about
Yeah,
the
man.
that's
Texas?
exactly what I was saying. Is that we all have our own. All of us are YouTubers. All of us have our own channels and our subscribers. But I feel like it's just like
All
talking to
right,
the
guys, may
neighbor.
I drop down now? May I come down? May I step down now?
All right,
Pass me
Dory.
curfew.
I'm
Love
surprised you
you,
came back. I thought you was in
Dory.
your bed.
Bye bye.
Bye,
I don't
Dory.
worry. I'll definitely check out your channel.
Thank
But
you.
You're
as what me tell
supposed to,
you,
you're
say,
supposed to subscribe
Red,
already.
as what me tell you, say, it's such a good vibes because it shows that you can have fun and you can be a community, right?
Mm.
And without even having to saying, hey, go over to Oliver channel or go over to Special K, go over to Clark's, go over to Brian, go over to your channel. We just know say we support each other
Yeah,
and
man.
we all bring our own community to each other, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Because there are so many
Yeah.
people that has been on this live tonight that never know about your channel, Reds, never know about Brian channel, never know about Special K, never know about Oliver, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
But we all support each other, and to me, that's what this platform is for. Because
But we still love you fine.
if and for me, I can tell you this: for me, it's about helping people, right? This platform for me is about it's an outlet one for me. It's an outlet so I can just kind of bring people into my life and let them see what I'm offering, but also it gives me an opportunity to help people that out there that really need help.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
I
Yeah, man.
I have helped a lot of people, and also I have found that there's a lot of people that try to play upon my kindness
Kindness.
to ask me for things, right? And
Yeah,
I've been in this game long enough to know who really need it versus who don't really need it, right? So I'm gonna help the people that really and truly need it. You know,
Definitely.
that's the way I see it. You see what I say, Oliver?
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
the way I
man.
see
Oh, yeah,
things.
man.
So me can tell you some see people come from my channel and say, oh, me want this and that. Well, if you approach me them kind of way, then that's not the
yeah,
right way because
Them
yeah.
that
do it
means
with
you
money, you know.
Yo, I
yes
want
what
one
I'm
of them
saying.
ribs.
I've
I want one
helped
of
Yeah,
those
many
ribs.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
individuals
man.
that
Yeah,
need it.
man.
Ask me how me can help you. Don't dictate to
But
me what you want. You see what I'm
Them do
saying?
it
Exactly.
with money, too, you know.
Eh?
Them do
Yeah,
it with money, too.
me know. I
they
know.
they do it
Me
everywhere.
know.
They do it everywhere.
They do
I
it
do it
all
everywhere.
of
Trust me.
us.
Every
Yeah.
channel gets that.
All of us.
Twin
Because
know.
I
Twin
know
Every
know. Me and twin
many,
talk all the time. And
many. I
it's
don't
like,
need to talk.
I send Brian a GoPro 13. I know if I suddenly I get people that text me and say, yo, can you send me a GoPro 13? No, I'm not doing that.
Yo, Winston, send me a GoPro
Hey,
13.
Judy, you can't send me a GoPro
I got
13.
you, Red. I
I'll
got
actually
you,
make
because
it a
you my brother.
DJI.
I got you. I got you. but
Yo,
but
Yo,
you see,
people are reckless. They're shameless. Some of them. Trust me, man.
but you
Beg
see my
no,
brave,
but
point.
beg brave.
But
if you can't get
on
one, you
Tony's
must can get
channel,
two, right?
Yeah, exactly.
God.
But
the
it's
other
like for me,
day,
it's like uh, go ahead, twin.
no, the other day, because I connected the live, the restream, someone come and begged me on my channel for stuff what Twinny's giving out that they want help with it. I think I just delete the comment. I couldn't even. I said I couldn't even.
But that's what I'm saying.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like
no.
when Oliver did the barrel, right? Me sure say people I reach out to Oliver and I say, yo, give me a thing no. But it's like, no, I'm not doing this because you want something. I'm doing this because you need it, right? And I can see the genuineness in people that actually need something. Like with Brian, look, we decided that we was gonna help somebody that come up on the channel, and it's kind of funny because me and Lynn talk about everything, and it's we can't we not safe space and we can't talk. I'm not talking about real talk,
Yeah.
and me say to Lynn say, Mr. Lynn, say because me send Brian a GoPro, and me guarantee you some people are gonna try to reach out to me and say, yo, I want a GoPro. I want this, I want that. I say that's not what it's about.
Thank you.
It's about one,
But
empowering people to to
to,
do better, right?
mhm.
Because one of my things was I was like, if you come up on the live based on the conversation we're having and you contribute to the conversation, I was gonna give you something. And Brian just happened to be the only person who come up on the live that night. I mean, all right,
But
Brian.
Twinny, was
Oh,
he
so
the
you
one
did this on a
bring
live?
you up?
Yeah, I did this
Yeah,
on my
You did
live.
it on a
yeah,
live. Oh, no
Yeah,
yeah,
wonder. That's even worse.
yeah.
yeah.
Yo, send me a GoPro while we're on the live
but
too.
look, but look, Brian didn't expect me to send him anything, right? It
Yeah,
was
I
that wasn't
wasn't
the
even expecting to be on the live either. We were
right. That wasn't the that
over at
wasn't the
Jerry's
point.
house, and me and Jerry attack and said, Jerry say, yo, just go on the live, and I
Yeah.
had something to say, and that was it.
So you're
But
in the
for
right
me,
place at the right
that
time.
wasn't the point. That
Right,
wasn't the point.
right,
The point was that somebody
right.
step up to the live, and at that point I decided that I was gonna help him out with
Yes.
his
And
channel. He's a
nobody else came
YouTuber.
on either. So
Yeah,
that was that too.
yeah.
Nobody else even wanted to come
So
on.
now I say, but then no people see that and then I say, oh, well,
Oh,
in,
now I can
in,
get a
in
GoPro.
yeah, my God, yeah.
And the whole
Like
thing is,
like
exactly.
I said, my kid is now is on her way to South Korea with this GoPro.
Yeah.
So we should see
I
something.
thought I thought when you said you gave the GoPro, you gave it to him out of off the air, like whatever, you send it to him,
No,
whatever. But
no.
if you did it on live, I can see why people would come back and keep asking for stuff.
But
Yeah,
that's the
man,
thing. It's like,
Santa Claus is real.
Yes, he's real, he's
yeah,
black.
yeah. And that's the thing. It's like I remember I
but
sent
the
out
whole thing is,
go ahead, twin. Go ahead, twin.
you see that one thing that even me and Twinny can relate on, and I know many of you can as well. There's many times where they've actually come to you and they will actually friend you up
I hear music, I hear music.
way.
I
I
want to
do
play
too.
music.
I hear music,
I know
I
me.
hear
Probably
music, man.
some music, some radio pass outdoor,
Yeah.
some
How are
car
you,
pass out.
Music.
Brian? All right.
Red music.
No man, I know my music, man. I know the music, man.
All right. So
I'm
we
on
have
my
to
phone,
twin.
so it's no music.
I hear music.
I hear
All right.
some. I hear some.
It's
There's
gone.
some
It's
people that
gone.
come to you so friendly. They tell you all their sad stories
Mm-hmm.
just to get you to feel sorry for them and want
Mm-hmm.
you
Oh
to
yeah.
help them too. And that's one thing that's so hard to come out of too.
But it does
Yeah.
happen, you're right. It does happen.
It
Yeah,
does.
I actually saw something like that on Winstones live yesterday. Somebody begging for a GoPro.
Yes.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yes.
But I didn't think anything of it because I'm like, maybe she really needs it.
But you
Oh,
know the
because you
only
saw
reason why they asked
Winston
is
giving them away. Go pro for
yeah.
you. Go pro for you. Go pro for you. Go pro for you.
It's Oprah Winstone.
but
Yeah.
oh what is that?
Oh, bro,
Oprah.
it's on.
You gotta go pro, you gotta go pro,
Is that the
everybody
new
got to go
company?
pro.
Is that the new company?
But you know, honestly, there's a difference in I tell people all the time, there's a difference in how you ask for things versus how you ask for things, right?
Facts.
Because I had somebody like there was a guy months ago. This is almost a couple months, more than 6 months ago. There's a guy that Junior, lifestyle of fishing, the guy that needed a wheelchair, and I was watching the video and I was like, Junior
Hi,
interviewed the
Junior.
guy, and basically I just said, "Blessings, Junior." What I mean,
In
so
there?
Junior
Big
in
up
the
your
building.
friend Junior.
It's crazy, but Junior interviewed the guy. I watched the video and I was like, okay, I get the guy's story and I was like, okay, I will support him to getting a wheelchair, a motorized wheelchair, based on his situation, right? I'm gonna
Mhm.
link up with Junior. We get the wheelchair fee man thing, and then like a couple weeks later, I get a random message from somebody on YouTube saying, I need a motorized wheelchair. I mean, I said to myself, say, really? I saw you gonna approach me like
The cross is coming to town.
yeah, because rather would you just say to me, say, can you help me? Here's my situation. Like, I don't know you. I don't know your situation. You don't give me no background information about yourself, what your
But they
situation is,
just
or nothing
want.
like that. Yeah,
Yo,
but
Don't
Winston.
because
tell her
but
that,
because
man.
Winston.
but
Don't tell
because
her
I
that.
bought a wheelchair, you wanted for me to just buy you a motor. I always want a motorized wheelchair. Buy me a wheelchair. I'm like, that doesn't sit well with me. You know
No.
Winston. Yo,
that
Winston.
doesn't. Eh?
Can I get a Mac 10 Pro, please?
I got you, bro. I got
But,
you.
but the whole thing is, even even when you help them and you help somebody else
Winstones.
or whatever,
The man use please.
But that's the thing. It's like
No man said do me I beg you.
but it's like, to be honest, like, real talk.
Real
Like,
talk, real talk.
we I love my people, and I've made it my. I know what Jamaica. As what I tell you, say, one of the things about me, I'm born and grow in Jamaica. I grow in a different the 70s and 80s in Jamaica. So I understand. I'm tell people all the while. Every person who
hmm
me meet, me explain to people that I know my culture very well. I know everything about
Yeah,
Jamaica. I know me
yeah.
still me can sing my national anthem from front to back, right? So I know my
Yeah.
culture. I've never lost my culture, and I understand what it how Jamaica living is. Even though I not live in Jamaica for the last 30 plus years, I still understand. I keep up with my culture. So for me, as a YouTuber, I, I I want to help as many people as I can that needs help, not people that just want it because it's available.
True,
Is what
true.
I say? So, you know, vibes. Mr. Vibes are doing thing,
I love that you said
and
that. You
they
know,
help him out. And now watch him channel there, yeah, Mr. Same bicycle mash up. The man I ride a bicycle where me
Mm,
go to a boat.
mm.
I'm a call Junior. I'm say Junior. I'm gonna send. Me
parents.
gonna send a thing for vibes. And can
Well,
you?
before you guys get too involved, I gotta get off. These bugs are coming out, and I don't want
All
to
right,
yell
all
in front of my
right,
wife and my son because you guys will get me out of my house, and I don't want to get kicked out of my house because of
all
you
right,
guys.
brother. All right, brother. Do your thing. Do your thing. Do your
But
thing.
I'll still be in the chat listening, guys,
Love
and
that you
typing.
check in,
All
man.
right,
Love
friends.
that you
Big
check
up.
in.
Bless up, everybody.
Respect, respect, man.
Special K, can I get some rum, please?
No problem.
But what may I say is that it wasn't.
Special K, better give man the rum. Me hear the man vibes to the bass.
I know.
I got you love it.
I
I
hear
got you
it,
love it,
Papa.
Oliver. I
Me
got you
hear
always
it
I talk
long
about the
time.
bass. Yeah, man.
It's
Yeah,
all
Time
man.
about
That
to
the
time
bass,
to it
not
now
the
in a
bass.
Special K.
No.
But
Special
that's
case bedtime. It's time for it. Time for the deep voice.
how it is.
Hey,
Last soul blessings.
woo.
Welcome in.
Oh God.
But yeah, man,
Lost
that is
Soul
it.
is Red's Twinny.
Oh, oh, that's Reds. Me never know that. I never know you had another channel. All right.
That's his next
Well,
channel.
me give him a link.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, it's about, as what me say, it's about helping people. But don't take my kindness for weakness. You know
Yeah, true.
that's what it comes down to. Is don't take my kindness for weakness. I love my people. I will help as many people as I can. But don't take my kindness for weakness. Don't feel like, as what me tell people all the while, the worst thing you can do to me is try to scam me. Because once me find out you can't get nothing else. You can't get it from me one time. But if you're nefarious in the things where you say and do,
Yeah.
and me find out say that you do, yeah, you
Done
I
with
tell
can't
it.
you,
get nothing else from me. Just be honest
Then
with
it,
the
me and
teach
be
a
like,
people,
it,
man.
either
When
my
you
father
scam
have
the teach a
have a
people,
jacket
brother.
over to, or your father have a
Yeah,
jacket
rapid.
over, because me and you are same person.
yeah, of course. That's what me say.
Yes, sir.
And all if I know what me I talk about. You know what
Then I
me I say?
must definitely.
Yeah, man. We
Ooh.
love with
Same,
people, and, and
same
I will
story, bro.
help.
Same
I
story,
will
bro.
help as many people as I can. But just be honest with me. If you need some things for something, then tell me that's what you need it for. But if you ever play them kind of games, there, I'm find out that them kind of games they are playing. No, sir. I'm done. Me not do that. Not do nothing for you. That's what I say. Don't. I've been in this game for a long time. Me know if I play the game too.
Twinny,
Yeah.
Twinny.
And this is what we don't understand about people. People don't understand that the same game that you're playing now, many people
A
have
long
played it.
time me I play it.
Many people played it, and you watch the
All
people
right,
who played
last
it
soul.
before you,
See ya.
and you
Big
play
up
it
yourself,
yourself.
last soul 88.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Last soul. Blessing. I read.
Reds.
I read
Big
channel
up
that
yourself,
apparently.
Reds.
Well,
But that's a
I'm official channel name that.
no, man. Red's I'm
No.
official channel.
Oh,
This I'm other channel.
Winston,
This
oh,
a
the man say, "I want a,
okay.
a Mac 10 Pro," you know, that him say.
But hey, Brian, me kind of funny that you notice that, cause me and Little talk about it today. And I said, say this person come on the channel and I said, me want somebody sponsor me with a GoPro. And really and
Like,
truly, again, do you really need it, or is just something that is convenient to you, right?
right.
Mm,
I would rather.
Like I said earlier, I observe. Well, even though I might not say anything about it, me, because even though me I watch the TV now, the live chat is up on me. I watch all the chat before they go up on the thing. See, so there are a lot of see Mac 10 Pro. What special care go on with that thing, man? She want me number one.
Twin blessings.
Even special. But yeah, man, I observe things. It might not mean nothing to me at the time when I see it, but
Hmm.
I pay attention to things.
Of course.
Tony D's are my boss, you know.
Papa
Tony D, big up
Tony.
yourself. Tony D, big up
Oh, Tony
yourself.
in the
I
building.
love you.
Blessings.
Tony D say fish on
Him
every
change.
time. They
I
are
love you,
out
Papa
there.
Tony.
Tony D changed his name. Him have escapades on there now.
You see it.
Hey.
What day me a fishing on? When me call Tony D name, me get a bite, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, serious
Where
man.
say where say
Me I
name
say,
Lucky.
whole morning me no catch no fish on. Me I say, yo, like Tony D say, fish on. As me say, fish on. Me get a
He love
bite. Me
it.
say, what?
Him
Yeah,
uses
man.
guzzle.
Big up yourself, Tony D.
Papa
Big up
Tony
Tony
use
D.
him
Blessings,
guzzle.
man. Why? This will be the longest live I've had, but it's a vibe. Me love it. Me love it. Me love it.
We
For the
love you,
long.
Five,
Twinny.
5 hours, you know. You go
Love
to
you,
house.
Yo,
Papa
but our
Tony.
vibes. Our vibes,
yeah, yeah,
Well,
man.
this is when we talk about community. This is community right here. This is having a
Sure,
But
vibes,
sure.
having an
but this is
honest
this is why bar
conversation.
don't lock, you know.
Yo,
This is
this
why
is
Barn
having a
unlocked the
yeah man. That's
conversation
right. Yeah
keep
man.
Yeah,
changing.
man, I serious thing you're talking. A serious thing you're talking. The bar now lock.
Yeah man. Cause when you have an honest conversation, and that is the thing that is missing in
Papa
society right now.
Tony.
We don't have honest conversations with one another, right? We don't really and truly tell people how we feel or how. Cause you have, as what me say, once me turn 50, me can tell you say, me not take no talk, me not take no check. And that's the reason why you see me love Oliver so much, because Oliver is a man we don't take no check and him not take no
Respect, man.
talk. And
Respect, man.
Salute.
yo,
So let me say something.
Yeah, no.
One of the reasons I can be empowered to be honest with you guys
Why you
mhm.
is
giving him the
that
deep voice for?
stop interrupt me. So
Thanks, you know.
one of the reasons
At the
I'm
rum, at the
empowered
rum, at the rum,
to
at
be
the rum.
myself is that, and I don't want nobody take it no way, but I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think, right? What you think about what I say don't matter to me. So I can be honest enough to say what I feel. And
Mhm,
I don't feel like you guys judge me in any way for what I say or them thing there. So
mhm,
it's easy to be honest on this platform when you're talking. Because I can say some things and I can hide some things, but I'm in the mode of being with the people I'm with. And as far as it is now, only three people may I talk. Even as much
mhm.
as we're talking to more than three, but just the three people on screen is who may I talk to. May I tell? And the conversation between the four of we can go on for as long as we decide. Special K look like say, no, don't say it. Special K, why you look like that?
Venture for adventure in the building. Why
Oh
everybody else show
God.
up at the bar late?
Just
Why
keep
answer the question?
talking. Why you stop talking for? Talk now.
Why twinning look like your face catch him off guard still? But
No, that pose that
Woo!
was say she look like she too focused on what I'm saying. So
but she wait for
For
you,
sure.
she wait for you finish what you gonna say. So you need to finish what you gonna say. That's
me
what she
don't
wait
me,
for.
me
Oh
don't
gosh.
me don't talk.
No, don't finish. Keep talking.
But I saw it figure, you know. I saw it figure because as what me tell you say, building a
Woo.
community and
Oh.
just being able to open up to people. Like
Hi,
none of we
Venture.
never meet in person. Like
No.
none of we ever meet in person, right? But
One of
as
these
what me tell
days.
you say, real people know real people, right? Me have this, me tell people otherwise, me have this gift. Me can talk to you for
This
5 minutes
morning.
and really and truly know what kind of person he is based on
Me say,
how you
me say,
operate or how you say certain
you
things.
see if that man that tell me about myself one
Yeah.
more time.
See?
Cheers, you know, sitting at the bar now. Cheers, yes, sir.
Yeah, man, but there, man, right?
As
Cheers,
much as we
Papa.
don't like talk to people, me will talk to you 5 minutes and tell you. You can know if me fi talk to you
Yeah,
anymore or
man,
not.
yeah, man. I want me tell you, so real people connect with real people, and me always throughout my life, I have really and truly
Venture.
have a sense for good people. You know,
Mm.
me tell people all the while that is one of the gifts of God give me. Me have a sense for good people,
You see the person?
and good people are good people. You know, I respect people that are honest in their opinions because I would rather you tell me to my face that like me or you know respect certain things when me do rather than
Yeah.
you beat around the bush and say, oh no man, you're good man, and then turn around and say, you know,
Yeah,
Vinny,
man,
say,
and them
me
people
never
them,
I'm
really
you
gonna
have
believe.
to
be the
fear them
first
type
to
of
tell
people, them,
you.
brethren.
Me not like when you don't share my sample plate. Yeah, you need to share a sample plate for the us on the who's watching because you're getting too selfish with it now. Yeah,
Look,
you got no manners.
look, let me tell you something. Until when you come at the yard, when you come visit, when you finally leave England and come visit the house, yeah,
Stop
me
doing
have
the
a room. Look,
videos
no, no,
then.
no, hey, no. Me
Boycott the
have a
videos,
look.
guys.
Me gonna tell you
Boycott the
something.
video.
Me gonna tell you something. Me I talk it live right now. Me have a room upstairs. So whenever time you're ready to come left England and come visit America, me have a
You
room
hear this,
upstairs for you.
guys?
Me and Lynn have a room for you upstairs.
Can
And
I
when
have
me
a
cook the
ticket,
food,
please?
you can't say nothing. So
Can I have a ticket,
whenever you're
please?
ready, as I'm a bring the kids with you, we have room for you. So this is your official invite right
Can I
now.
have a ticket, please?
No, 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 we're not playing no games right now. This is your
I'm
official
hungry.
invite. So you
I'm
now have no
hungry, sir.
reason for the
Can
show
I
up.
have a ticket,
So we have a
please?
room for you and we have food for you.
Respect.
And we don't have to
Yeah,
cook
man.
pork. We're gonna cook what you want. All right.
Mm.
So
Can I have a ticket, please?
Real, man.
no, no. All you
I'm
have to do is show
hungry.
up.
You
All
need
you
to
have to
feed
do
Big
the
is
up
show up.
Tony
people.
D, big up Tony D's, big up Tony D's.
20D in the
Yeah,
building.
man.
See the bumper come back.
Big up the
But yeah,
general.
so may I make you know right now? This is your official invite to the Tiki
All right,
bar.
fine. I will. I will.
So the
Got you.
next time we have a live, well, I won't say next time we have a live, but at some point we're gonna have a live where you are sitting right next to me behind the bar. Me and you and Mama Lynn behind the bar. All right. So the ball
That's
is
so
in
nice.
the
Twinny off
yo.
the stage.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
Oliver, she can't say nothing, you know. Me tell her, you know, this is the official invite, you know. This is
Yeah.
the official invite.
Woo!
So she now have no excuse.
No
Mm-hmm.
excuse. None
All
at
you have to
all.
do, bring the kids, and we have space for you.
And long belly. Mm-hmm.
She
Yeah,
will
man,
enjoy the moment for Winstone.
yeah,
For
man.
sure.
All you have to do is show up. Because you know me gonna feed you. She got fat when she left.
Yay!
but you go bigger than all them Sydney. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You know what
You know what I mean? Then
Woo!
it shall come somewhere where she can be contented. She not gonna
yeah,
put her
man.
away.
Yeah, man.
Eh?
So you know, twin, you have no excuse. This is the
Long
official.
belly took you out fine.
Eh?
Oh gosh.
This is the
Hi
official.
Venture.
Venture
This
for us,
this
venture.
is
Big
the
up yourself.
official. This is the official
Escapade.
Thank you for
invite.
my
This is
invite.
the official invite. So whenever you're ready, and you say I come from England, the airport only 10 minutes from my house. So
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
they're gonna pick on up from the
So pick
airport.
up and drop off, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
What
man.
you are?
Yeah, man. So whenever you're
Woo!
ready, start planning because
I
Mm-mm.
am.
party up.
Yeah,
Hey
man. Send the
OJ.
book.
And then when we go to Jamaica, and we're gonna have the
Cook out
cookout.
again.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen.
Yeah, man.
Papa
She needs to
Oliver
make
say I'm a carry
make
this
sure
week.
she's up for that.
Big up wifey. Cause I'm coming.
You know, she there warm up some food for me. I'll fight
Mama
On
over.
ex-
Lynn.
on example plate.
Yeah.
I'm sure that
Well,
sample plate was already eaten.
you already know everything I sample did for me. No matter the size of the plate, sample plate for me still.
Sample plate.
Come on. It's our vibes, man.
Hi OJ. How you doing?
How this? Who just come in? Oh,
Cameraman.
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 Yeah, man.
Him
Big up
just come
yourself,
in.
cameraman.
In the day earlier still.
Mm.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
think it, I
Yeah,
don't think he
man.
expected us to be this late.
Maybe.
And Dory
Exactly,
Dory's still
Dory, for
there.
real. Sample plate can feed the neighborhood.
Exactly. So you know, so the main plate is a nice plate.
Yeah.
Me tell you already food for them, you know. Food for them.
Food for yum.
and we don't,
Yeah, man,
we don't
because there'll be a time when you can't eat it like that again.
exactly, exactly. And you have to
Diet of
eat
a
food.
change. We are getting there, sir, Winstone. We are getting there.
Hear you, Papa Oliver. I hear you.
You have to eat food when it's available, because you never know.
Me
See
not
what
gonna
me
lie,
I
you
say?
still, Enough time I say, I'm gonna cut off of the pork there, but as soon as me reach at the beef shop, my mind change.
No, sir. Me
You
not
want
left
some
out the
wild
pork,
pork in
brother.
your life.
me not, me not left out the
Some,
pork.
Brian,
some
I've
wild
never,
hog you
I've
want
never
in
the
your life.
wild
consumed that
one.
To
before,
each his
You want
The
the
everything.
wild,
wild pork?
wild pork
You
Wild
there.
want
hog,
medium
yeah.
rare?
No, no medium at all. Fully cooked, fully cooked.
Fully
Look,
No,
seasoned,
no,
yeah?
that's
no,
what me
no,
tell you
no.
say.
I must in a my meat is fully cooked.
Fully seasoned.
With one
Yeah,
heap of pepper.
it not have to have whole heap of pepper, it just have a fully seasoned and fully cooked.
Okay.
As
You
look,
can
as what
add
me tell
pepper
you say.
after.
As what me tell you say. To each his own. Everybody have them likes and them dislikes. And me no judge
You
nobody.
not draw me out. You not draw me out. Walk
Yeah,
with the
me not
pineapple when
judge
you come
nobody.
on.
Like what you like, eat what you like, and that's how it go. And we have to like
Eat what
one
you like,
another
yeah, Twinny.
and what we
You
like.
see what you
Eh?
see what my Twinny said, Brian? Eat what you
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
Yeah?
I like
What?
pineapple.
Eat what you
You like them sweet, yeah.
look. As what me tell you all the way, eat
Hey,
what you like
drink
and
some
like
more
what
rum.
you eat.
Hmm?
There's a saying they say you are what you eat. So watch yourself too.
Perfect.
Where you say me look like pig?
No, no, you look like good food. Because if you look like pig, me look like pig too.
So let me ask you something. Which one of the pineapple no really attack? Them that type
No,
of
no,
pineapple.
Yes.
left that alone. Left that
So
alone.
what?
Left that
The
alone.
sweetest
Left that
one.
alone.
Oh,
This
you
is
have a
this is
pineapple still in front of
this
you.
is
What?
between me and
A
Special K.
2 year, me I grow this,
I love Papa
Eh?
Oliver, you see?
No, that
2 year,
too
me I grow this,
little. That
I'm
one,
not
the
a
too small.
Yeah.
I
I mean, I
We
love
say,
want,
this, Papa.
me
we
not,
want when she.
me not, me not see pineapple come out a season. And if this a 2 year before me can reap this, then I wonder what kind of pineapple I eat.
Hear what me I say now, me know where
The
some pineapple
sweetest
farm there. Where
one.
some big pineapple where when you eat one up, but belly full of them, the one them want get
Jesus.
Special
But
K.
I'm friend with one of them in America where they are show me say the
Belly
Boy.
pineapple
full.
big boss.
Wee.
Yo,
Guys, you hearing this?
Belly full of pineapple, yo.
Problem. You want problem.
Dory, big up yourself, Dory.
Fear one too little, my boy.
but you know, say
Dory have lot of
we eat
pineapple.
pineapple in when we go to Hawaii, and them have like
Mhm.
probably about probably about 4 or 5 different varieties of pineapple in a Hawaii. Cause I don't know if you ever hear about the dual pineapple.
Blessings, Richie.
So dual is a big pineapple company, and them have one of the largest pineapple farms
Yes,
in the
fine.
world. And we got a dual factory in Hawaii. When me and Lynn go Hawaii, we got a dual factory. May I tell you, say, yo, pineapple, them have like about 5 different varieties of pineapple.
Wow.
Pineapple pinyam.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. We
man.
have a few. I don't know how many we have here, but we have a few. We have a few here. And of
Hmm.
course, ours grow outside, so it get all the nutrients from.
Why come inside?
You see what me I say? Plain and straight.
Look, disclaimer.
Ooh.
I'm not responsible for her.
Are you twin? You know you need to
I'm
fix
a
her.
twin, but it's not my day to watch her.
Winstone pulling out himself.
She drink too
Ooh.
much of that rum
It's
that
not
she
my
need
day.
to go sleep.
All right. It's not my day to
I
watch,
need
man.
to actually. Do you know what time it is in the UK right now?
Big up Richie
It's,
Well,
Royal
it's past
Productions.
my bedtime, which is 10 o'clock.
Oh,
It's
oh,
after
hello.
10
yo,
now.
Richie.
It's
Richie's
six
my
minutes
brother.
past 4 a.m. That's a real dedicated love I have for my twin, you know.
Not
Richie's my
true.
brother.
That's great.
Richie's my brother.
Hmm.
So y'all
A
check out
good
my
something, man.
check out Richie. Richie's my brother. We grew
You're
up
a
Hi,
good
together.
sister.
bro. Yes, 4 a.m. in the UK.
We grew up together.
Richie
I
Royal
mean,
Production.
I'm a little brother still, but we grew up together. So make sure someone check out him channel. Him have a channel like Orion. What him do? The
Okay.
Yeah, him have the party channel, you know. But you know what? Why him son?
Who is
You
his
know,
son?
you know who Whisper is?
No.
Jamaican footballer Whisper. But
Oh, okay.
I him son that.
The Reggae Boys.
Yeah, man. Him son. That's him son. Whisper is him son. So,
Why whisper? Tell him to come whisper in my ears.
huh? Do you know who Whisper is?
From the
Look
Reggae
him up.
Boys.
Look him
I
up.
am going to.
Yeah, look him up. Whisper. So Richie is my little
Oh,
brother.
he plays
Richie.
But
for Chelsea.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Jamaican footballer. Whisper. Yeah, man.
Yes, Richie, I will connect with you.
I
You know?
live near Chelsea.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Him son play for Chelsea. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I live near Chelsea.
Him son play
I'm
for
right
Chelsea.
in Westminster.
As when I can't see me at the basement bar right now, my face. Cause the mosquito them are bite me up.
All right, Dory. I'm about to leave too, Dory. Love and good night, Mama.
Yeah, man. But Richie, my little brother. My little brother that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Grow up
Well,
I
together.
give you,
hi,
I give
Richie.
you support.
You're just now meeting your sister.
Yeah, man.
No
Wanna
problem.
check out him channel. Him have
Yeah,
some good
I
Yeah,
followed
man,
them.
content.
me see him thing I go on, man. For real, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what go already. So all right, my family, we there 5 hours. So
Yes.
but it was a vibes. I love the vibes, man. It was a great vibes. It was a great
I
night.
Yeah,
who
man.
met the rum.
But okay,
Great,
you know.
great vibes. And I'm gonna eat some of their leftover ribs.
Where's the
Everybody I
leftover jerk
complain about.
chicken?
Like
Eh?
how you at it up there now. Come like in nice side.
Yeah, man. Look, me tell people all the while, say, you don't understand. You see, leftover food, the
Oh my
next day,
God.
the seasoning soaking and
So
everything.
keen. Yeah, man.
And then you warm
That's
it up.
your thing,
Yeah,
man.
man. I saw food. I saw food for them.
Exactly, innit?
Yeah.
Fam.
I saw food for them. I mean, Oliver, you know what I talk about,
Yeah,
right?
man.
I saw food for them because me no care if you cook ackee and saltfish or whatever. It's almost like the next day when you
Yeah.
warm it up.
It
It's
bad.
like at
It
the
does bad.
best. Yeah, man. It's just better. It's just
Mm.
better. And I saw it figure. I
But
mean,
not
no,
a every food, though.
eh?
Not a every food.
No, sir. I know
Every
every
food.
food.
Especially when you cook out some chicken food soup and next
Every
morning,
food,
that
man.
body soup.
Why?
Yes, man. Every food. So in stone and what I say, every food.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Every food, man. Once you warm it up the next day,
Yeah, man.
straight.
As long as they cook
That,
right.
Nice
that you
about.
know the flavor of the food.
Yeah, man. Yeah. As long as they cook right. So me will
Yeah.
agree with that. Because
Brian, why am
every
I
Yeah.
food,
seeing the
as long
ceiling?
as the food cook right. If you cook the food right, then when you warm it up the
Like,
next
that's
day,
where I'm going to put you.
then it
Different.
go it go
See?
nice. You know?
Lord. Whoa.
I know my idea for
Woo.
look, I know my idea for watch her enough. I'm a twin, but You have our one personality.
Fine. As you talk about that, Twinny, I still haven't got my jersey yet.
Which oh, so I will get you
We
that
like
jersey
your
before.
t-shirt, we do.
You like my t-shirt?
Yeah, model it for us.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man, he
no.
has some
I
of the
will
best
get
shirts.
you a I will
What
get you
does
a
it say?
jersey before football season.
What does it say? Your
My
t-shirt.
shirt?
Yeah.
It said
Fine.
I
Fine says
just
she like.
rescued a beer. It was trapped inside a bottle.
Whoa. That's a good one.
I rescued about 6 a while ago.
Brian, I rescue beer the whole night. A whole night in my rescue about 6 red stripe.
Yeah, man. But don't the man send them home now. But rescue them and send them home. So they're good.
Yeah, man, I used to save my life, you know.
Yeah, man. Great.
But Ray just
Sadie bumper. Sadie bumper there, go over there. Get there. You see my name I come up.
what should I say?
Yeah, Reds, except fast
Look
food.
like she
Fast food not
lonely.
really
Look like she lonely in the
fast
chat
food not
there.
really keep the next day.
Yeah, well, yeah, man. Fast food. Honestly, I'm not a big fast food person.
Me,
Like,
hey, them said
I don't.
KFC in Jamaica is the best in the world. I would not know
Why
because
do
me
they
not eat
keep saying
KFC.
that though?
I
Well,
don't know.
so
Ask
so
them.
so
I, I
K,
I
think
don't
I
know.
think
I
whole
don't eat it,
chicken
so I don't
fried.
know.
so really and truly, KFC in Jamaica is not like regular KFC, right? Because Jamaican KFC is like American KFC is if you've ever had KFC in America,
Twinny,
you would eat it twice, basically.
I haven't even tasted your
But
KFC chicken, and
but
I'm telling
Jamaican
you,
KFC
they
is
look
like
way
them.
better than that KFC.
Well, but Jamaican KFC them have like a Jamaican version to it, right? As far as the process go, I still fast food still, but me don't know if mother be that excited. Me not eat fast food anyway.
That's
Me
what
cook,
them say. I don't know. I don't
yeah.
care. Me not eat it. I don't eat Burger King. I don't eat Wendy's. I don't eat none of them.
yeah. Me cook my own
None of
food, so
them.
me not really eat fast
You
food
know,
Me,
eat
like
I,
the.
Wendy.
I'm the guy
No, sir.
who we hungry and have the Burger King
Why
money and go buy
Papa
some
Oliver?
dumpling and some flour and some rice and
Yeah,
something
man.
and go cook and
Yeah,
eat.
man.
Papa
Me not
Oliver,
into them.
But
you
I
Eh?
don't
think
eat
that's I
Wendy's,
think
but you eat Special K though.
only can tell me, but I feel like in a Jamaica, I feel
I
like
tell
me
Rebecca.
not-
Woo!
Oliver, you can't tell me. Or Brian, you can't tell me. In a Jamaica, them with KFC,
Whatever, Reds.
they sell different
Hmm?
types of food in a
No,
KFC, right? Them sell
no,
rice and but them
no, 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 no. Just KFC.
Yeah.
Anything you have on your menu in America is what they have on the menu
are the
here.
same. No, but them cook it different. I feel like they cook
Me
it
no
different.
know. I
Always
don't
fine.
know. Them have some machine where them throw the chicken in and it beep when it finish and them take it out and blah blah blah. I don't know about that. Is there may be some extra seasoning. There may be something I don't know. Maybe the chicken is fresher because them get it from closer. I don't know. But me used to eat it each time me eat it. It give me running belly, so me stop.
Oh, yeah.
Serious thing, serious
Yes,
thing, serious thing.
spicier.
Each time I eat it, eat
Okay.
KFC, no matter which one of the meals, I may have running belly. So I say, you know what, this is not for me.
So say find out say only Popeyes does rice. So let me tell you something about fast food. You say Popeyes is a American company that does fast food,
Uh-huh.
kind of like KFC, right? But let me tell you something. You say Popeyes, the chicken when you buy the food, it's not a food where you can warm up. You have to eat it right when you buy it, right?
Mm-mm.
So now one of them places where you buy it and then eat it and then you warm it up and eat it next day. It's not one of those places. You have to eat it the same time you buy it. It's really good, but when you buy it, you have to eat it right then and there. So
People was going
a late
crazy for
night
that
food.
burger at one point, weren't they?
Hmm?
Popeyes. They were going crazy for some spicy burger over there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. And it's like a southern fried chicken, but you have to eat it the
I
same.
don't get it
Like
though.
Taco Bell. If you, me love Taco Bell, but me I tell you, say running belly.
See,
Me always get running belly
the
from
red
Taco
said
Bell.
run your belly,
But me
that's the
love,
truth.
but me love it when me I eat it still. Me love it when me I eat it because it tastes good at that time. But me know say me gonna pay for it tomorrow. You know.
You see what I say? Me no need to pay feed. Me pay feed one time already. You don't need to pay feed
Me
twice.
pay for it twice. Me pay for it when I buy it and me pay for it after
That
me
means
eat
something tonight where
Tomorrow
no,
morning in my bathroom, that bathroom pay feed, I know you.
it. Well, the bathroom of my family. I didn't. I didn't
Yeah,
pay for
man.
it.
So me avoid all of them. The last time I went to Wendy's, I've never had a good experience at Wendy's. And the last time I go Wendy's, me ordered the food,
Mm,
drove around to pay for it, and did not have my wallet. So me just drive off.
mm.
That was it. Me no buy, me no go
That
back
was
there.
your fine.
it's like a sign that
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah,
man, me no go back there.
yeah. I like Red said, like Chinese food. I the same thing. Chinese food is a thing where it's a good late night food, right? And it's kind of funny when we live in New York. New York have some of the best Chinese food. I feel like the Chinese people just share the same grease. Them just shit the grease all over the place. Because
Yes.
everything tastes the same. It tastes the same. No matter which part of the
Yes.
world you go, Chinese food tastes the same. I mean,
Them
feel
have
like
one
say,
grease for
yeah,
them
man,
keep
one grease.
replicating.
One grease. They just shit the grease all over the place. And
Bye,
then say, yo,
Sadie.
fry the chicken in another grease, yeah, and then I go buy the food. Because, me I tell you, but New York is a place where 24/7. Them not shut down. And no matter what time of night you leave the club, you can go at any Chinese restaurant and get some chicken wings or some Chinese food and eat. But may I tell you, are the best food you ever have late night. It's just like jerk chicken, right? When you're there at Jamaica, you leave the club or leave a bar late night.
Jerk one.
yeah,
Yeah,
And
man,
man.
you,
Nice,
the
man.
wrong
Nice.
the wrong
yeah,
jerk chicken will ruin your morning, though, you know.
eh?
The wrong jerk chicken
But
will
you
ruin your morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Mm.
you know the right
True.
jerk chicken. The problem is that if you're too
Yeah.
drunk, you don't realize how your chicken raw, and then that gonna
If
mess you up.
if you're too
Yeah.
drunk,
If you're too drunk, if you're not too drunk,
You don't realize until tomorrow morning when you wake up.
I used to when then dab up, you catch up in night there, you
yeah, man.
can't notice them. When you come.
Oliver,
Ooh,
that
for
is
real,
that's
that is the
that's
fine.
reason why.
that's
That is
Why
that
that's
You
is
one
lick
of
the
the
up every
reason.
kind of
reasons.
ready
man.
already?
Look,
Ordered fish
That's
sandwich.
one of the reasons why I
that
like
is the
cooking
reason why
myself,
me not
because
put
I know
ketchup on.
whatever effort I put into the cooking.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
the reason why
Yeah,
god.
me not
man.
put ketchup on
Definitely.
them thing there. Because here what happened. Me tell people otherwise. Somebody asked me when me I cooked the food earlier yesterday, and they must say, ketchup and all. No, me no put
Vibe said
them
it.
because yeah, I think Vibe said it. And me I
Vibe
said to
said it.
myself, say, you know what? No, me want taste the food so me know say it cook. You
Natural.
know,
The
yeah.
natural taste.
Because if you don't know the difference between a cooked food and you just mask it with ketchup
Yeah.
and hot sauce, and all them things, you really don't get the full flavor of the food. So if the food don't cook properly,
And some of
you,
them catch up there, especially the foreign one, them have a whole heap of vinegar in it. You can taste it in a man.
yes, and that's what
And
them do. They
Have a,
mask,
that
they mask
sour
the
taste.
flavor of the food. Yeah. So it's like by the time you realize it's too late because you eat raw chicken already, and then tomorrow
what?
it'll go mash you up. You say,
For
so
real, fine.
that's what I say. But
Yeah, man.
but to me, that's the difference with people who cook and people who not cook. You know, when you cook, you have a different perspective on food.
Yeah, man.
You know,
Red.
Do that.
and it's kind of funny when we come to Jamaica last time, and we go with that's the moon palace, and my kids them ask me because my kids them used to my cooking, and they must say, "Why that jerk chicken taste like jerk chicken?" You know. You see what I say? Because them
Don't
used
drink
to
on an empty stomach.
them used to my cooking and them realize say the food no cook right. and taste like what jerk chicken supposed to taste like.
Sure, sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you don't know, you don't know, and that's the thing. It's like most tourists who come to Jamaica, them go to the resort, them and them eat what them call real authentic Jamaican food, which is not true. And then them come back a foreign and them and say, yeah, man, me go to Jamaica and the food was nice. Cause me stay at this resort and the food and it's not. Them not get a real. If you don't go outside of the resort, them you really don't get the full flavor of Jamaican food. You know
And
what I'm saying?
sometimes if you eat like some of them jerk man up on the roadside, you know, really get it either because them a do it as commercial. See
Yeah,
me I say
and
when you
uh,
catch a one man, they cook a one pot for himself and they get something out of it. Like one of the best food never eat was some farmer cook some chicken and some yam and them thing what them dig up out of the ground the same day without salt and them and I'm like, yo, the food tastes good because it was completely fresh.
mhm.
See me I say,
But
Special
look,
K, what's with the face? What's with the
I,
face?
I,
all you have to do is
I'm
find a
reading,
good
I'm
talk shop,
watching the news at the same time. 43 people have been killed in the flood, and 15 of them are children.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah, in Texas. I didn't
Oh
Shut
even
yeah,
know
up.
they had a
yeah,
flood.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
yeah, man. All you have to do is find a good. You have to find a good talk shop outside of the resort area. Them.
Yeah,
Mm.
man.
So, sometimes I want nice, one little small, little talk shop, and I best food they ever have. You
You
know?
know who cook good food? You see the people them who cook for the construction worker them. Like if you
Yeah,
will
man.
cook a cook shop on the side of the construction buy food
Cater,
from.
caterers them,
Them
man.
people that cook good food.
Yeah, man. I think at the same place Oliver get him pork. Oliver, me see you get a little spot downtown where you get your pork, man. Me see the video, man. More visit that spot there, I want a pork man the name, cause me want to find a spot there.
You sure,
And
sir,
cause
downtown?
I downtown man. Me know one of your
What's
earlier
that?
videos them. You did downtown.
Okay.
And it's a little jerk pork man. Yeah man. I I
Oh, with the
don't
breadfruit, yes, man. Prepare the bread.
yeah.
Wait. Oh, yeah, man. When you ready, man.
Yeah man. I them kind of spot them I like, man.
Yeah, when you ready, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah
Over,
man.
over Spanish town, there, man.
A Spanish Town. Okay.
Yeah,
Which part
yeah.
of Spanish Town?
Right when I come, it's when I take the road where in front the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
that left turn there. When you follow that the left turn there and go and take the other left. You can't last. In the right spot when I go approach the old courthouse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, me used to live at Spanish Town, Me used to live at Eltham before me move up at Eltham. Eltham me used to live.
But yeah,
Um,
say to me.
yeah, man.
Hey, you, hey, you know what we for chat. We for chatting up. Come me ask you a question the other day, I say, Ray. But I say, wait, they know ya. Well, I come like, yo.
Yeah, man.
Know
Eltham
them
Park.
corners, the man.
Yeah, man. We moved from Waterhouse to go to Eltham Park when Eltham Park just opened up. Yeah, man. So my original Eltham Park.
Why Winstone, you know, easy, you know?
Me
But
te-
guys, I'm gonna love you and
you
leave you
gone,
once
twin.
again.
Yeah, man. I'm surprised you
Yes,
come back, twin. But
trust
thank you for
me,
checking back in.
the Rama
Yeah,
kicking.
man. Rum,
My
Good
special.
night,
have I
everyone.
pain.
Take care.
Good
All
night,
right,
Special
twin.
K.
Good
Take
night,
care of yourself, special
Batman.
care. Big up.
Good night, Papa.
Respect.
Good night, Twinny.
Good night, twin. We will see you tomorrow. Safe,
Bye, Papa
sweet dreams.
Tony. Mwah. Love you.
Tony D in the building. Yeah, man.
I go jump to cause
That's
my
how it
wife
go,
around
man.
there, my wife around
Well,
there play music.
and that's that we hear, and that we did hear.
No, I never that. A different music she play.
Okay, okay. Share all our vibes.
Yeah, man. So big up on yourself,
Yeah, man.
Next week,
Respect, man.
Yeah, man.
when I sure about the
Respect.
5 we need to do some fishing and thing, So I know about the 5 hours thing next week. Unless we can out there with
No,
my phone and the fish me
honestly,
while.
brother, trust me. I just because Una there is why me there. You know, because it's a good vibes and people still in our building. I go and hang out late night,
Mhm.
even though
Yeah, yeah,
our time
yeah.
now 11
The
o'clock, almost
observers,
11 o'clock. Yeah,
they
man.
don't want to participate.
I just saw it go still, Yeah, man. I just saw it go. You have to just go. You have to just roll with the vibes. When you have
True,
a good
true.
time, you have to just kick back and relax and have a good time. And I just saw it go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Definitely.
So big up yourself.
All right,
Yeah,
my
man.
brother.
Respect.
Respect, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But me definitely have to check out some of them channel. I'm sure me subscribe, but me don't know if
Yeah,
me
man.
notification bell them, so me not get
Yeah, man. Definitely check
no
out
videos.
Red's Room. Red's is a
Yeah,
good
man.
channel.
Me go check them out, man. I check
Yeah,
them out.
man. Sadie. Them channel there where you see check in tonight.
See the
Anybody where
bumper.
you see me
Man, to
yeah,
see the
man.
bumper, so me have to go look, man. We
Yeah,
go check
man.
out
Check
that
out
one
channel
there
them.
too.
I just saw it go. Our community this. So we are build it and we just are go on all our vibes and have a good
Yeah,
time. I
man.
just saw
So
it go.
respect
Yeah, man.
out there.
All right, my brother.
Escapade, man.
Yeah, Oliver, me I tell you. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
We
man. Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
sure
yeah.
say make sure say we cross paths already, man. Trust me.
Yeah, man. We feel so.
We
We
sure
feel
say we
so, man.
cross paths already, man. For real. Because
Man.
too many places where we link where we could have
Yes.
link up and
I-
possibly link up and never I didn't even realize.
Yeah, yeah, for real, man.
Yeah,
True,
man.
man.
That's how it go, man. Yeah, man. We have a good
Uh,
time, man.
every time, every time me hear you say something, it's like something stick with my side. Something say, wait, I want to go on that stuff.
Yeah,
I
man.
said, man, man, come like him have some tracking device.
I saw me feel sometimes. I saw I saw me feel sometimes, man. But me I
For
tell you,
real,
man,
man.
it's a good vibes, man. I mean, I tell you, so we are going to build this thing,
Yeah,
build it
true,
slowly
true.
but surely, and just all our good vibes, and that's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah,
already, we already know, say later on at the tiki bar is when everything go wild.
yeah,
We can have
yeah,
a conversation outside of the original conversation, but we just
yes,
know that it's just a vibes we are all have a good time. Yeah,
naturally.
man.
For real, man.
Yeah, man. But much love and respect, man. Thank you for checking in, my brother.
Every
You
time,
know?
man. Cool,
Yeah,
man.
man. We are always support is always there and know say everybody who check in on the channel tonight, I got
Yeah,
support you as well. Is what I say?
yeah, yeah, man. Respect, man.
All right, my
Appreciate, man.
brother. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Lock it down. So
yeah, man. Do your thing, man. Big up yourself, man, and keep safe and guidance and your wife and thing.
yes, my brother. Respect, man. Much
All
love.
right, sir.
All
Much love.
right, later. Yeah, man.
Cool, cool.